Get your films on with the Blurs.
Once an idea has taken hold of the brain, it's almost impossible to eradicate.
Unpacking movies has never been more spot on, woke, fire, and just plain lit.
They are lit all the time.
So if you're unsure whether or not to plop down some cash for a film, check out the Blurs.
When a man with a 45 meets a man with a rifle, the man with a pistol is a dead man.
Brondo's got what plants crave.
It's got electrolyte.
You really only need to hang mean bastards. But mean bastards, you need to hang.
Don't say you weren't warned. Here's Brandon and Jeff.
Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the Film Blurs. I think this is episode 202, something like that.
Yeah, 202 or 203.
Yeah, all right.
I think it's 202. It's got to be 202.
We'll call it 202. This is Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. Uncle Jeffrey, and I am joined here, as always, with my friend and co-host.
What's up, ball bags? I'm Brandon Norwood. I just want to say a couple of things. One, I appreciate all my fellow journalists when I introduce myself and the outlet, and y'all niggas are always like, oh, shit, I heard of you, and I heard of your outlet. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Thank you. Number two, thank you to all the strangers who come up to me while I'm walking through Manhattan, you know what I'm saying? Just floating on my headphone, got my earbuds in. People wave me down, and I'm like, "Fuck, all right, what this nigga want?"
How much money you want?
Yeah, and I pull it out, and they're like, "Oh no, I just wanted to tell you I like your show," and I was like, "Oh shit, thank you." So thank you for that, and so do me a favor, give us 5-star reviews on Apple and Spotify, and subscribe, you ball bags. Do it, cowards. With that said, let's roll right into what have you watched lately.
What are you watching?
All right. So I'm going to do a speed run this episode, and then we'll get deeper on some other shit later on. We're going to start with For All Mankind, which is on Apple TV. I still call it Apple Plus. What is Apple TV? I think. I'm not sure anymore. We're on season 5 of this show, and I've said it before, and I will say it again. It is Apple Plus or Apple TV is one of the best streaming services out there when it comes to original content.
Did you watch the screeners?
What was that? For which one?
For All Mankind.
Yeah.
Okay. Just asking.
Yeah. No, I'm 5 in because there's so much to catch up on. Right. So we're season 5. We've colonized Mars, and the first episode starts off like a noir. It's they might as well just call it For All Mankind, a Murder on Mars, right? So it starts off with the ramifications of last season, which was 10 years ago, right? Because the thing about For All Mankind is every season advances 10 years, which is...
shit.
Yeah. So it's an amazing concept. So like the first episode of every season, they show you what happened during the last 10 years.
Okay. All right.
Right? And once again, this show, for as epic as it is, right, as long as it's been running, they're still spending the money in the right places, right? So after the first... after you get used to like the makeup and everything like that, because they age everybody up 10 years, right? Once you get past the makeup, and like we're not talking foundation budget right here, right?
Do they still is Joel still on there?
Joel is still on there.
I want to see him in old man makeup now.
Yeah, so like I've been interviewing the cast and crew for the last couple of weeks, and we'll drop the Joel Kinnaman episode, interview on here in this episode. the thing about it is Joel Kinnaman he spoiled the show for me. Right? Like, I hadn't gotten to a certain episode, and when I interviewed him, he talked about some shit. It was like, oh, the look on my fucking face when he said this shit is like, oh, shit, no. Yo, it was the same thing for me for Normal, right? I'm standing on the fucking red carpet talking to Bob Odenkirk. Is like, well, so what's it like transitioning from comedy to being an action star? Meanwhile, I had not seen the movie. Yeah, so I really dig for All Mankind. It's got renewed for a 6th season, and it's also got a spin-off coming.
Yeah, I saw. We keep getting emails about that, and I saw that the 6th season is going to be the final season.
Yeah, and like I don't know how far. Like I was surprised we got this many seasons, honestly. Right? So I'm glad they're getting a 6th season, and they'll be able to close
like
it out
Foundation.
Properly. Right? Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm just happy it's on.
It's just like, oh, all right. Let's keep it. Let's roll the dice again. Let's see how long we can keep this train rolling.
I know I keep mentioning it. I just have PTSD from fucking Angel, dog.
Oh yeah, 100%. Right, like I call the dragon. Like I will always say, I call the dragon.
I hated it too because they set that final season when they did that reset where they started working from Wolfram and Hart. I'm like, bro, this is another 5 fucking years that y'all got.
Honestly, that could have been a spinoff in and of itself. Like
Wolfram and Hart.
Yeah, Wolfram and Hart.
Oh, Jeff, real quick, let me tell you about all the fucking Buffy spinoffs. So Ripper was going to be about Giles and Giles' adventures in London after Sunnydale fell. He was going to go back to London and start slaying vampires in London, and it would flash back, and some other person would be playing a younger Giles, and we would see why exactly he had the nickname Ripper.
Right.
Never happened. Faith, the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, cool, yeah.
Willow, there's going to be a whole show about Willow doing fucking witch shit.
Mm-hmm.
They had an animated series, and if you Google Buffy the Animated Series, you're going to see that art, and you're going to be like, fuck, man, that was supposed to be a Saturday morning cartoon, dog.
Yeah, bring it back. I miss Saturday morning cartoons, man. I miss having a reason to wake up on Saturday.
How does this happen?
I have no clue because the Buffy fandom is so rabid, right? And not toxic. But rabid. They would have eaten all that shit up. They would have loved, you're making money on top of money doing that. So I don't have any idea why none of these spinoffs happen, and I'm still pissed off that the Chloe Zhao Buffy reboot.
Yeah, you and everybody else, nigga.
Like, at least let us fucking see it. Let's see the first episode. Let's see what you yeah.
Hey, let me ask you, who did you want Buffy to end up with, Spike or Angel? Because then they continued the show in comics, and it took a long time for them to. They wrapped up the show properly in the comics.
Okay.
And it took a long time for them, but the both Angel and Buffy, their comics end with them together. I'm an Angel dude.
Like I like Angel a lot. But Spike's arc was more interesting to me.
Also, remember Spike did try to rape her.
Oh, that's right. Like I got to go back and watch all those Buffys because they were doing some shit back then.
Yeah,
that's that Wyden shit. That's that Wyden shit.
Say they got. I remember reading. They were just like after that episode was hated by everybody. The people making it, the fans. It got to a point where Sarah Michelle and James Masters, who plays Spike, they all sat them down. They're just like, I don't ever want to do that shit again. And James Masters is like, yeah, look, this shit, I have a daughter, and now this shit has taken me to therapy. So never write something like that for Spike again. I didn't like acting it. I don't like doing it.
Is that the episode where they destroy the house, fucking, or is that another?
No, that's the episode where she's trying to take a bath and Spike comes in and she's like, "Please just leave me alone and go the fuck away." And I'm like, "Let me be." And he's just like, "Nah, you gave me my soul, and I want you to feel it." And then it cuts to commercial right as he tries to rape her. And then when it comes back from commercial, because Buffy has super strength.
Right.
She fucking literally kicks the nigger off of her, and he flies into the bathroom door, and she just looks at him, and she goes, "Now ask me again why I'll never love you."
Oh, wow. I don't remember that episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, all of Buffy has been a lost opportunity, right?
I mean, they've done some real groundbreaking shit on that show, though. Like, the musical episode was never done before. Up until that point, nobody's ever done a whole musical episode.
The silent episode?
Yeah, Hush. It's exactly what I was going to bring up. Or The Body, where the whole episode revolves around Joyce's dead body and everybody coming to terms with her being dead.
Yeah. Like, so expanding the universe, I should say, has been a wasted opportunity. Right?
We only got one spinoff.
Yeah, and unceremoniously canceled. Unceremoniously, like we were waiting for that next season. It's like, oop, nope, sorry, we're gonna leave you
all
with
because
the
they
bluest of
axed
balls.
too early. They even said like it was our fault. We axed too early. We got cocky and we went up because we wanted to start planning the sixth season. We walked up to them. We're like, hey. So we getting a sixth season because we're ready to go, and they're like, give us a couple of days.
Yeah, right.
And mind you, season 5, it's been on record. Every episode has went up in ratings. That was their highest rated season.
Yeah. So, that's why that network crashed. That's why. See, they fucked around and found out.
Yeah, I'll never forget that. Our friends, your friends at the WB would like to thank you for 5 years of journeying with us on Angel. I was like, fuck you, your friends at WB. You're not my fucking friend.
my friend wouldn't. My friends don't do shit to me like this.
Cancel one of your biggest shows.
Right. But we got 18 episodes, 18 fucking seasons of the Vampire Diaries. I don't know anyone who fucking watched that
18 seasons
shit.
of that. Got fucking 10 seasons of Smallville.
Right.
Fucking 20 seasons of Supernatural.
Yeah, so get the fuck out of here, buddy. You're not my friend.
All right.
Let's get back on track. But yeah, I'm going to start doing episode by episode going forward. But I just wanted to catch us up on, you should be, if you have Apple TV, it is, like, honestly, is one of the streaming services I don't mind paying for, right? Whenever I whenever they send me a screener,
right? You're gonna
like
watch it.
I'm gonna watch that because I can't wait to dig into Cape Fear.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Well, I hope we get screeners for that, and I hope we get screeners for Severance because I'm gonna get to it in my watches. But finally finished season 2.
Okay. Yeah. I still got to get. I loved what I saw from season 1, but I have no idea why I never came back to it.
Yeah, season
right?
2,
So,
the way it ends, it pissed me off. Where I was just like, you know what, fuck this shit.
Yeah, so I gotta go back, finish season 1, and then watch season 2. But like I said, Apple TV, bang on. For All Mankind, if you are a space exploration fan, right? This is the show for you because not only is it political, it's technical. Like when it comes to the science of it, it's on point, right? And because you're spending fucking decades with these characters, right? Like you feel like you're watching history, right? This is honestly, I wish we were living in the world of For All Mankind, right? So yeah, for All Mankind, listen to, like, I'll be doing interviews with the cast and crew over the next couple of weeks, so just listen to those. on the podcast. But yeah, I can't say enough about that. Moving on from that, we're going to go into another Apple Plus TV show, Criminal Record, which is a British cop show, and we all know that the British do cops better than most Americans. American shows, right? Like if it's a British cop show, I'll at least sit down and watch the first episode. Right? Doesn't matter what the concept is, and I'm always pleasantly surprised. Criminal Record, it's pretty much Training Day in Britain, right?
Okay.
It's about it's about a young female detective who, through circumstances, has to work with and work against an older, entrenched detective, right? The first season is she's trying to reopen a case where the person might have been wrongly imprisoned, and the older cop is trying to cover up all the shit that he did wrong to put him in jail.
Some noir shit.
Some noir shit, right? So the first season, I banged that out in a night, right? It's only 8 episodes, which seems short for American TV, but for British TV, 8 episodes
That's a
is
long show.
That's a long show, right? So now we're in. So watch season 1. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Everything's resolved. Season 2 started 2 weeks ago, and I'm going to be going episode by episode with that too, just like you do with Law and Order. But season 2, the young detective and the older detective are once again thrown from happenstance into a case together, right? And it's a cat and mouse, right? Because they're both trying to uphold the law, but their senses of justice are vastly different, right? So they're both trying to sabotage each other and solve the case together. It's fucking wild. It's a great show. Once again, Apple Plus, Apple TV. Moving on from that, we won't talk about that. I'll keep it short. Boots on Netflix. This came out like later part of last year, and the advertisements for it didn't really tell you what it was about, right? You would think it was just this kid going through Marines boot camp in the 90s, right? And I just decided, let me watch this. Let me see what this is all about. What they don't tell you in the advertisements, it's about a closeted gay kid who goes into boot camp in the 90s, where it was explicitly illegal to be gay in the armed forces.
Slay bitch nigga.
Right. They don't play up the fact that this dude is fucking like he's dealing with being gay in the 90s, but also being gay in the 90s in fucking boot camp where it's illegal to be fucking gay. Right?
That is a death sentence.
Right? So it's him, and it's like a dramedy, whatever. So it's funny, but also there's some episodes it's like, God damn, no. It's I think if it gets a second season, because the first season ends with him getting out of boot camp, and then Iraq 1 starts.
Whoa.
Right? And so as soon as he graduates, that's when we start to go to war with Iraq. So if it gets a second season, I'm sure everything is going to improve. All right? Like it's a slow start because you hate the main character. Well, I hated the main character. at first, and he grew on me, and I think that's the crux of the show is you getting to like all of these characters as they grow, right? As they go through all this shit in boot camp. Just like, I guess, if you were in boot camp, like you're thrown together with a whole bunch of motherfuckers you would never interact with,
Right,
and then going through the fire together, like you start to gel. So Boots, it's on Netflix. It's 8 episodes, 45 minutes each. I think it's a good show, a good start. I wish they had really pressed the gay thing more, because this could have been a rival with heated rivalry.
Have you watched that?
I haven't watched it yet, but everyone I know who's seen it says it's fucking fantastic.
All right. Well, I mean, like, yo, listen, let me know how it is. I just got too much on my plate as is.
I get it. I get, like, look, I'm going to get to it eventually. Enough people have watched Heated Rivalry where it doesn't need my views or it doesn't need my watches, and it also doesn't need my opinion to get a second season. Right? So
I'm also at the point where, like, if it's not a movie, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just not a priority for me, just because I'm at a point where I'm just like, I don't need to talk about everything.
Yeah,
or insert myself into everything.
Right. No, I totally get it. Like, and I found myself watching these shows. I didn't seek them out.
Right.
It was like, I don't feel like watching a movie right now.
Right. I get that.
Right. So that's on Netflix. Moving on from that, we'll get into movies real quick. So on HBO Max, they have all of the Alien movies on there.
Oh, did you watch the assembly cut?
I watched the assembly cut.
Yeah.
It's better.
Yeah.
It's still not like a fantastic movie, but the assembly cut with the extra 40 minutes of footage.
Yep.
Yeah. It's a much better movie, and you see if David Fincher was truly allowed to do what he wanted to do, this could have been an all-timer.
John Landau, God rest his soul. I'll never forget watching an interview because he was a producer on this installment. I remember watching behind the scenes of the whole fiasco. He's like, yeah, we're making an alien movie. We're not making an art movie. And I was just like, nigga, that explains so much.
Right.
That's exactly why you're James Cameron's producer and not a movie producer. Again, God rest his soul. I don't like talking bad about the dead, but also I watched that clip and I'm like, well, nigga, like.
And because if you look at the first Alien was a horror. It's a horror film. Movie. Right? But like it's artistically done. The second one, still my favorite one, that is an action movie. The third one could have been
like
a hybrid, right? Yeah. It could have been a horror
action movie.
Right? And
what Romulus did, basically.
What Romulus did. And I don't mind when a series changes streams from iteration to iteration, right? Like the first movie the second movie doesn't have to be like the first movie, right? As long as like it's in the same spirit of the property, right? So I wouldn't have minded an art horror action movie in 3, and it was almost there. It was all because stylistically it was fucking there. And like tonally, it was right there. So if you get a chance, you've got HBO Max. All of the Alien movies are on there in their different forms, right? Because there's like a director's cut of APV or something like that, AVP, which I don't suggest anyone watch. I haven't watched it yet, but I'm just going to do it to close the loop. But I mean, I don't see how that could be a better movie. Right? Or a good movie at all.
As bad as Alien versus Predator was, because I was appalled W.S. Anderson joint, and not exactly anything worth watching from that guy outside of a couple of movies. But Paul W.S. Anderson, somehow they managed to make it R-rated for the next one, and promised you, oh, we're going back to the roots of these franchises, and it is somehow worse.
Yeah,
Not only is it shorter and R-rated, somehow worse. I don't know how they did that. Congratulations.
I can't remember a goddamn thing about Requiem. I really can't.
There's a hybrid. I know that's the final boss. It's a hybrid of a predator and an alien mixed together.
Sure. That sounds like they fucked that up. That sounds like they probably fucked that up.
Yeah, I remember it being called Alien versus Predator. No, it was Aliens versus Predator Requiem. And I'm like, where's the S in Predator? And they're like, oh, we intentionally left it out because there's only one Predator, but there's multiple aliens. I was like, you know what? Sure, man. Watch the movie on HBO because I wasn't paying to see that shit. And also, I wasn't old enough to pay to see that shit, even though I could. Yeah, I remember watching that shit on HBO. I was like, man, Jesus, y'all.
The fact that at least Predator has made a comeback.
And you know what? Predator went PG-13, and it was fine.
Yeah.
Has Alien gone PG-13 yet?
No.
So it's just the crossover movies.
Yeah. Unless you count the TV show being PG-13.
The TV show, if the TV show was a movie, that'd be R, because that shit is violent.
Yeah, the first 3 episodes were fucking OD violent. But yeah, Alien has never gone PG-13. I don't see how he can. Like the alien literally has to burst out of someone. You can't.
The whole movie. Look, the purpose of Alien is that it's a rape metaphor. Mm-hmm. Like they wanted to understand that's the experience if it happened to a man.
Right.
That's the reason why the alien's head looks so phallic.
Yeah, I mean,
phallic. Excuse me.
Right. I mean, if you look at H.R. Geiger's work before he even came up with the design for Alien, it's very
sexual in nature.
Sexual in nature. Yeah.
A lot of his shit.
Yeah, like all of his shit. Honestly, like you can't see a piece of H.R. Geiger's work without a titty in it. You can't.
I would like to see. I wish they would use his design for the Batmobile in Batman Forever, just because I want to know how is that supposed to move, like a car. Because I remember seeing that concept art. I'm like, how's this supposed to move like a car, though? What exactly is this supposed to do?
It's supposed to look fucking sexy and weird.
Sexy ain't the word I'd use.
Hey, look, someone got hard looking at that thing.
It's a giant fucking
dick.
X. It's an X.
Is it?
You could Google it. Google it. H.R. Geiger, Batman Forever.
So yeah, if you get a chance, at least if you're an Alien fan, if you're a fan of the franchise, you owe it to yourself to at least give the assembly cut of Alien 3 a look, because it is worth it. It is a better movie, right? And I don't hate Alien 3, right? Like I don't hate it like some people do. But yeah, it makes it a better movie. Moving on from that, for some reason I decided to watch Christie.
Oh yeah, listen, I warned you, nigga.
That I am so glad Sydney Sweeney is not a thing anymore.
No, she still is.
Or her shine is diminishing, because because I watched Americana.
She still got Housemaid 2, and that's gonna make fucking a shit ton of money.
Yeah, but like Christy Martin, the Christy biopic, I don't like, it was there.
And you expect better from David Michôd too. That's what makes it worse.
I expected better from everybody in that fucking movie, right? It was it was boring. I was more excited about watching the Untold Netflix documentary on Christy Martin. That was more interesting than watching this 2-hour thing. Right? So if you want to be completist, if you really want to see Sydney Sweeney try to win an Oscar for being ugly, right? Like trying to do that whole entire Charlize Theron monster thing. If you want to watch her try to do that badly, yeah, watch Christy. Otherwise, just watch the documentary.
She transformed, bro. That's the thing. It's like Charlize transformed. And
Yeah.
like, yo, I get it. Sydney did put on weight and she did train, but like that was not the look. I ain't taking nothing away from her, but that was not a transformation because at the end of the day, she looked like Sydney Sweeney, and it didn't even look like she was that much different body wise. And I ain't trying to say she's fat because she's not.
And like it's not even like the body thing. Like what Charlize did with Eileen Wuornos, right? She transformed not only physically, she transformed like spiritually, right? Like it wasn't Charlize Theron, right? In this one, it's just a depressed lesbian Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's competent acting, but it's not her inhabiting the role like Charlize did.
Hold on. Let me Google this shit real quick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. All right. I was wondering. I was like, was that Karen Karasusa? No, that's Patty Jenkins. I forgot.
Oh yeah. For Monster.
Yeah.
And because I watched Christy, it automatically went to the Smashing Machine. So I finally watched the Smashing Machine. So I like the movie, but I can't really consider it a movie because I don't know what the story was. Right? That's the problem I had with it. It felt too short because the relationship between Mark and what was the name of his Emily Blunt, Emily Blunt and The Rock, right? It doesn't spend enough time with that because that's the story.
What, their toxic ass relationship?
Right. Yeah. That's the story. And everything else seems sort of, auxiliary, right? But they jump from him fighting and losing, and they sort of talk about the drugs, but not really. It just seemed like it should. I needed more substance. And the way it ends, it felt unsatisfying, right? But it's not a bad movie, and The Rock really does act, right? Like, the acting is not a problem in this. I just wanted more meat in the story, right? So I'm not going to say to people, don't watch The Smashing Machine. I just feel that I wanted more out of the Smashing Machine. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like I said, I did not dislike watching it. And just to keep it moving, I just want to close out. Have you started watching Euphoria?
Yeah, I was gonna wait till the season's done.
Okay. All right. So we'll do that.
Just like, I'm not impressed at all.
Not at fucking
and
all.
I'll just say this just to keep it moving, and this is all I'm gonna say is like, I see where all the women are coming from, and I understand why they're pissed, because every woman on this show is like, except for Maud Apatow's character, every woman's like a fucking either in some sort of sex work, including Rue, because Rue's basically a pimp.
Right. And I just don't feel the connection with them anymore. I don't feel any kind of sympathy for anybody.
Like, Maddie is basically a madam.
Yeah. Like, so Yeah, but we'll talk about it once the whole entire season's done. But if you were wondering if you should, let me watch Euphoria season 3, you don't have to rush out.
And I'll just say this: now that episode 3's over, and we had the full conflict of the show for everybody now, and what they're doing, what's going on. First off, that shit with Nate just escalated too quickly. Number one.
So I haven't even watched the 3rd episode, but go ahead. I don't care. I don't care enough for to not have a spoiler warning.
And number two, I like that Lori and Alamo are warring. That's cool that there's rival drug lords warring and Rue's caught in the middle. Enough conflict there. They decide to throw in the DEA at the end of season 3 in the mix. I'm like, yo, this is more unnecessary added fucking bullshit now. Just to put her in danger. And I'm like, she's already in danger. You don't need to put her in more fucking danger for no reason.
Right. She's caught between 2 low-level scumbags. Right? That's enough. That could have been the season.
Yeah, and now all of a sudden now she gets caught by the DEA, which I guess we're going to find out how they caught her, and now she's going to have to turn snitch for the DEA. It's fucking, this whole thing's fucking insane.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm glad for all of them getting a paycheck. You know.
This got to be it.
Oh yeah, no, it's done.
I kind of wish season 2 was it, quite frankly.
Season 2, if it had ended in season 2, I'd be fine with that. I would be. But yeah, that's all I'm going to talk about. I mean, I got plenty on my list, but we're trying to keep this old school, where we try to keep these episodes to like an hour and a half. So I'm gonna hand it over to you. What have you been watching lately?
So I want to start off right away with Severance season 2. We go deeper. A lot more shit's revealed. The show gets much weirder, and the game has definitely changed. That's why watching these last few episodes, I'm like, it should have ended. The show should have ended this season, and the fact there's still 2 more seasons, because they said it's gonna end after season 4. I'm like, I don't know if I want to stick around, man, because they the way season 2 ends, I was like, man, fuck you. Fuck you.
Like I said, I dug what I saw from the first season. I didn't finish it. People were all sucking season 2's dick.
It moves faster. That's probably why, because season 2 moves much faster.
Yeah. But it's I'm gonna let you take the lead on that. I'll get to it eventually. I'll get to Severance, finish it out eventually.
After that, there was another TV show I watched. I can't remember. Fuck, man. Like, I'm blanking on the show's name.
What was it? What was it about?
I don't know. I can't remember, bro.
It'll come
through on fucking
Letterboxd,
whatever I was watching. I think it was either on Netflix or Peacock. I can't remember. Or it might have been HBO. I don't know. I can't remember, man. At this point, everything's blurring together.
Yeah, no, I 100% get that. Like every week when I have to put together this list, it's like, what did I watch? And then they don't make it easy. They don't make it easy for you to check all these streaming services and seeing what you watched. It shows you what you're watching.
It's like continue watching. Yeah.
Right.
Look, SNL UK, they just had another new episode this past weekend with some blonde Irish lady I've never heard of. She's a comedian, I guess, because they were losing their shit over her. And I was like, this is my first time seeing her, and I'm not mad at it. She's like basically the Irish version of Melissa McCarthy, except she doesn't do pratfalls. She actually does jokes and shit.
Okay, cool.
Nothing against pratfalls and shit.
Look, people have made Chris Farley made a whole entire career out of falling down. So
Foo Fighters was the guest on that, and I was just like, damn, Ilan, you left 9 Inch Nails to do dad rock. Like, no offense to Foo Fighters, but that is straight like I'm in my 50s, early 60s, and this is the music I listen to. Just basic ass dad rock.
Look, Dad's got to rock out, man. Like, I'm not mad at it.
I'm not mad why he left 9 Inch Nails too, because he said he wanted a more consistent gig. I'm like, fine, but also you're better than that though, dog. Like, no offense to Dave Grohl, but like, yo, Foo Fighters stopped being good back in the early 2000s.
Yeah, like I think their third album was the last one anyone actually ever talked about.
The one that had that song "In Your Honor," that shit. That I like that song. "In Your Honor." That's now like what, 20 years ago, maybe 15, 20 years, something like that. Like, yo, that shit's for dads, bro. Wash dads. Anyways, moving on. Want to say, speaking of, I want to give a shout out to the Coachella stream. I watched both weekends for their performance of 9 Inch Noise. Disappointed you guys aren't touring, because that shit is crazy. Didn't know Heresy could be a fucking dance song. I'm just using it to it being a fucking metal song. Now, I never thought I'd be seeing people dance to "Your God is dead and no one cares. If there is a hell, I'll see you there." Just a million people dancing to that shit. I was like, damn, he turned one of the craziest fucking metal songs into a fucking dance song.
I mean, like, I think they've started releasing stuff on streaming.
Oh yeah, they put out an album.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Right.
I like the album, but I just wish they took out the crowd noises at the beginning and end of each track, because that shit's corny.
Gotcha. So it's an actual live album? Or
No.
live or whatever?
Yeah. It's quote unquote live, but most of it's studio recordings of the remixes.
Right.
And there's still a bunch of remixes that they haven't put out. There's 5 other remixes that they performed on tour. That's not on this album.
Well,
And the only 2 ones that were premiered on this album and the 2 Coachella performances were Heresy and a cover of Memorabilia by Soft Cell.
I gotta check them out. I gotta check out 9 Inch Noise.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna play the OG Heresy though when Trump dies.
Oh, we can't.
I'm gonna be driving down the street. "Your God is dead, and no one cares. If there is a hell, I'll see you dead."
He's not looking well. Any day
Yo,
now.
I cannot wait to play Heresy on loudly.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so shout out to 9 Inch Noise. Trent is currently making a new 9 Inch Nails record, which is insane to think about considering Tron came out in September, the album, not the fucking movie. The album
Right.
came out in September. Then they put out the remix album, which was even better than the soundtrack, back in March, right after I saw them. And now, just a couple of weeks ago, or no, not even a couple of weeks, that shit was last weekend, they dropped the fucking 9 Inch Noise album. And I'm like, yo, and now Trent's back in the studio making another fucking 9 Inch Nails record? Jesus Christ, man. You just got off. My man, you just got off tour. You just put out an album, a remix album, and then another remix album. Jesus Christ, man.
He's out here trying to show you motherfuckers how it's done.
Yeah, at 60, I'm like, yo, I gotta get into shape, man. Because seeing Trent perform that way, seeing Trent and Bruce Springsteen perform, I'm just like, damn, bro, I gotta get into shape, nigga. Like, there's just no excuse. Like, Bruce Springsteen's 70 and just going for almost 3 hours straight. No break. Running around, jumping. Trent, too, bro. Running back and forth in arenas because there's 2 stages he has to perform on.
Ah, man. Look. 60 is the new 20. That's what I hear.
Well, anyways, let's get into, because I can't remember whatever TV show I wanted to talk about, you know what I'm saying? Like, because I haven't watched this week's Law and Order. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Fucking, every time I try to watch something, I'm like, yo, I'm out. You know what I mean?
No, I get it.
Let's get into movies real quick. I'm gonna talk about Whisper of the Heart. They're putting Studio Ghibli movies in theaters again, and for some reason, IMAX will run movies for a whole weekend. This one they just ran once on a Tuesday, so they had one early afternoon and one late afternoon, and I went to the late afternoon after HOKUM. It was in, which I'm glad, because the early afternoon was English, late afternoon was Japanese subtitled. It was sold out. Motherfuckers were laughing their asses off. This is basically the Studio Ghibli version of a teen soap opera.
Okay.
The lo-fi girl meme comes from this movie.
All right.
Yeah, like motherfuckers were laughing their ass off. Also, this movie came out in '95, so I say this with love because we got two movies the same year. It was Kingsman and something else. I can't remember. It was another big movie, but like Country Roads, we are done with that song in movies. Done. Because they use this. It is a part of the plot in this, and I'm just like, nope, done, nigga, done.
I mean, look, that's like what? Because that's is that Dylan? No, that's Dylan. Who's
I think that's John Denver.
Yeah, Denver. What? Yeah, was that song like fucking 60 years old? I
don't know. Anyways, let's move on. I'm gonna talk about Daddy-O because it left Netflix and I watched it. It's a nice chamber piece. It's a two-hander chamber piece between Sean Penn and Dakota Johnson. And I'm like, yeah, this is the type of shit I want to see Dakota Johnson in.
I don't even remember Daddy-O.
Yeah, she's taking a taxi from JFK back to her apartment.
It was the first movie. It was the first feature shot exclusively on the volume. Okay, yep.
So, yeah, that's Daddy-O. It's worth checking out. And now I'm going to move on to my final thing I'm going to talk about because it's leaving Criterion at the end of the month, and I want to get through as many of these movies as I can. But I didn't feel like watching a new one, even though I should. I was like, let me rewatch one I already seen, which is The Devil's Advocate and Corporate Thrillers. And I haven't seen this movie in, like, over 10 years. And damn, like, it's entertaining, but damn, it is not good. This is not a good fucking movie.
Oh, yeah. Not at all. I loved it when it first came out. And then on subsequent rewatches, I liked the performance, right? Yeah. I liked Pacino's Devil. That's it.
Yeah, what like Keanu's a piece of shit. It's hard to root for him. Like the whole movie, I was like, yo, this nigga could die. Like not only is he defending a pedophile, then he's like a fucking racist. Because some black dude approaches him and is like, hey, come work for the firm. They're like, huh, that's funny. They send a black guy to make this fucking paddable with a intriguing offer. He's like, who put you up to this, man? Who put you up to this? I was like, Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah. What was that? Taylor. Who directed that?
Taylor Hatford.
Yeah,
Taylor Hatford. And I only remember that because that nigga did Ray.
Yeah. Devil's Advocate is worth it for Pacino just eating all the fucking scenery.
Yeah, that nigga is. Anyways, let's get in the trailer talk.
Roll camera and action!
It's time for some trailer talk.
Alright, so the first trailer we're gonna get into is Forgotten Island. This trailer premiered months ago, a couple of months ago. They screened it at CinemaCon. It's the only movie they screened at CinemaCon.
Okay.
And watching this trailer, I was just like, I heard it's good, which I'm not surprised because I'm like, DreamWorks has low-key outpaced Disney.
I don't even know if it's low-key anymore, but yeah.
Using the same animation style as K-pop Demon Hunters. It's just basically two friends who are one's a troublemaker, one's a bookish, you know the thing, opposites attract. these two girls, they grow up and become friends, and then one's gonna go off to college because her parents are like, we expect better of you, you gotta go to school, and they end up, in a magical land, and it's called Forgotten Island because the longer they stay there, the longer they forget about their lives, and their memories are just... So it looks cool. I just didn't like the song choice in the trailer, which is Don't You Forget About Me. I was just like... I almost started crying watching the trailer, but also that song choice was corny.
It's a little too on the nose.
And I think that song's corny, quite frankly.
It worked once during the Breakfast Club, and I think that's about it.
Last little bit of the trailer, the very last part of the trailer is super corny, but I'm still all in on this shit. When it came up, it was getting you know how they show you formats at the end of the fucking, it said Dolby Cinema in 3D, and I was like, oh, well, I know which one I'll be seeing it in, because I watched that trailer and I'm like, yo, this is going to be fucking wild in 3D. So I'll be seeing it in 3D.
All right.
But yeah, I'm glad to hear that people who saw it at CinemaCon was like, yeah, movie's really good. Really good. Comes out October.
Okay, cool.
So that is that. Let's talk about the trailer for Spider-Noir. I tried to avoid watching this trailer because I just wanted to go in blind. You know what I mean? I wanted to just watch this show uninhibited. I do like that the fact this is its own universe. So it has nothing to do with the Spider-Verse movies. 2 different Ben Rileys, they confirmed. I'm like, oh, that's cool that now Lord and Miller have confirmed that every Spider-Man has at least one other variant in some other universe.
Okay.
So looks fun. It looks fun. It really is a noir.
It's like I'm looking at it. It's they have the composition and the aesthetic down.
Yeah, and even in because I've watched a little bit of it in color, a little bit of the trailer in color, and even in color, I'm like, damn, this feels fucking hard boiled. I'm like, cool. So yeah, drops May 27th on Amazon Prime, but a few days early that Monday, which is Memorial Day Monday, drops on MGM Plus. So I'm glad I don't have to support Amazon, and I could just subscribe to MGM Plus.
Oh shit!
Because that's what I watch it on, and I'm not gonna reactivate Amazon till fucking Reacher drops, and then that's when I'll catch up on Fallout.
Yeah, I mean, I can't even remember talking about Fallout because this season was messy. Anyway, I honestly hope we get
screeners.
Spider-Noir
Screeners
for that.
Yeah. I hope we get screeners too. I hope so too. But you never know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You never know.
Yeah.
I promise next time I'll talk about the trailer for Verity, because that dropped last night and I just didn't get a chance to watch it just because, look.
Like now, like we get so many emails for so many things to watch. I
will end on one trailer though. That I was just like,
Jackass?
I never thought this would happen because I thought the last one was the last one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because that's how they made it, for it to be the last one, because they're all fucking old. So when I watch this trailer, I'm like, I'm happy y'all are back, but also like, y'all are too old for this shit. So Jack the Fifth that's why I put on our Instagram in quotes final, because the last one was supposed to be final. So we are here talking about the 5th Jackass movie called Jackass: Best and Last.
Sure. Until the 6th one.
Which the 6th one they should just call Jackass: The Next Generation, because they already set up the next generation in the last one, and it looks like a lot of those motherfuckers are back in this one.
Yeah, I mean, what can you say? It's a Jackass film.
Yo, I'm excited to see it. Excited to see it. I will never not want to watch a Jackass movie. Like, I like going in for an hour and a half and just laughing my ass off.
I thoroughly enjoy Jackass Forever. Right?
I don't think there's ever been a Jackass I didn't like. You know what I'm saying? Like, from the show up until now, even before Jackass, when it was called CKY, and it was specifically underground for skaters. I remember watching them CKY videos and being like, yo, these white boys are crazy.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love watching white men hurt themselves on purpose. I'm sorry. It's that's my, if you want to ask me what my kink is, watching white boys do some shit that they should die from.
Yeah, but ever since 2, they've added in a lot of black dudes. Like 2 had 3-6 Mafia. There's a lot of black dudes in Jackass Forever. And now
they
there's
even
a
had
lot
Tyler
of
the
black
Creator
dudes
in one, right?
Yeah, Tyler the Creator was in Jackass Forever. Now in this one, in the trailer, all behind them is nothing but black dudes.
Yeah, just waiting for them to die. They're just waiting for
so they could take over. That's why I said the next one will probably Jackass the Next Generation. Look, I know this happens every time where Johnny Knoxville's like, there's not going to be another one because Jackass the movie was supposed to be the final thing because the show was done, and they're like, oh, the show's done, we could be R-rated, this is it, we're going out with a bang. And then they did number 2 because Knoxville couldn't stop doing stunts. They had Wild Boys and Viva La Bam, and even they were just like, we missed Jackass, so they did Jackass 3D.
Look, keep doing these as long as you can. If it makes you happy, Johnny Knoxville, keep making them, because you can never go into a Jackass property and say, oh, it sucked, because you know exactly what's going on. Like, there's no story. It's just these motherfuckers doing dumbass shit for your enjoyment, and I kind of enjoy that a lot.
Yeah, man. Like, yo, listen, I know what's gonna happen. 5 years from now, they're gonna get the itch, and they're just gonna be like, all right, Jackass the Next Generation. They're not gonna participate, but they're gonna facilitate the shit.
Oh yeah, they'll just host. It's like, yeah, you should do this.
Yeah, like it's like what 3-6 Mafia did, where they sat on the sidelines and only participated in the low-key stupid shit.
Right.
That's what that's gonna be. Like, I know all of them are gonna come back for a 6-1 and be like, yeah, these dudes, they're the next generation, and they're gonna pass the torch.
And they'll just come up with the ideas. It's like, all right, we're gonna strap this to this. This dude. It's like, watch this asshole. Yeah. I'm fine with that.
So Paramount knows what they got because this is dropping in the middle of June. They know this is probably going to be their biggest moneymaker this year.
And like, how fucked up is it that Jackass can get a 5th movie, right? But we can't get a fucking 4th Star Trek.
You know why? Because Jackass at most costs $20 million, if that.
If that.
So like, that's why they're just like, oh, how much you need? All right, here you go. Because they know. If it was up to Paramount, they'd clone these motherfuckers and keep making these till the end of time.
I mean, we don't know what kind of secret technology there is out there. There might be a vat full of Johnny Knoxvilles out there in the world.
Yeah, full of Rise of Skywalker. Somehow, the Jackasses are back. Anyways, all right, let's get into our main review.
And now, the moment you've been waiting for. The Film Blurts feature film review.
All right, I'm going to start with Normal, since Jeff reviewed it. I'm going to talk about it. Yeah, this is good. It's good, clean fun. I can't complain. And Jeff was right. It's just a better version of Free Fire, except with more story.
Right, 100%. Like, yeah. I mean, and that's all you can say about it, right? It's different enough from the Nobody series. It's as much as you can say it's more grounded, but also kind of more like when the violence happens, it's actually more extreme.
My only complaint is I wish, and this is the rare time I'm gonna say this, I wish the black dude died because he was a fucking asshole. Just insufferable.
I wish a lot of those motherfuckers had died.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, I had a good time though.
I enjoyed it. I would watch this again.
Remind me though, because I forgot. Who was he talking to on the phone?
His wife.
Are they estranged, divorced?
Yeah, they're estranged, right?
Okay.
Because after the thing that happened with his trauma that made him go on the be all fucked up, he started changing as a person, and then they got divorced and shit like that. So every time he's on the phone, he's leaving messages for his
he's leaving
voicemails for his wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's cool that the girl's just joining him on the adventures though. I was like, oh, that's cool. That's cool. I thought she was gonna stay in the town and take over the town.
Yeah, no, if we got I don't even know how we would get a second one, right? But if we got another one, I wouldn't be mad.
I don't want a second one.
Yeah.
I don't want a second one. Yeah, you saw what happened with Nobody 2. I own Nobody 1. I don't have any plans on buying Nobody 2. And I don't even hate Nobody 2.
I enjoyed it while I was watching it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, the best thing in that shit was RZA with the samurai sword. Otherwise, like, the rest of it, I was just like, y'all did this better the first time.
Yeah, I mean, I'll go back and watch Nobody over and over again.
Oh, hell yeah.
But Nobody 2, it's if you watch it, you'll enjoy it while you're watching it. If you never see it, you're not missing anything.
Right. All right. So Jeff, let me before we get into another review that we did last week, let me talk about some fucking movies that I've seen. Finally, because I want to support black artists. You know what I'm saying? I saw You, Me, and Tuscany because I unexpectedly had a day off last week, and going on a Wednesday in the middle of the day at Market Fair, a lot of people there. It was either older black couples or college kids from Princeton.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a weird mix.
Gotta say, not bad. Not bad. I don't think the two leads had that much chemistry, but they made it work. John Renee, a little stiff, but I'm not mad at it. Like, yo, this is a enjoyable romantic comedy. There's nothing more I can say. Like, you could do... There's one reason why I've soured on romantic comedies is just because they produced... In the 2000s, specifically the 2000s, they just cranked out so many of them, and 9 times out of 10, they were pretty bad.
Yeah, because, I mean, they're relatively cheap to make. It's honestly, Hallmark movies have taken over the space that late 90s, early 2000s romantic comedies, right? Because you can make a Hallmark movie for $500,000, right? And then people are going to watch it, whether it's good or bad, right? And that's the way it used to be with romantic comedies. But
no,
now,
not really, because come on, man, this used to be art, bro.
No, they used to be, but then they hit the point where like they would just put a star in, and they would have some lukewarm story, and they would put it out there and expect it to be successful, right?
I've come to accept that the pinnacle of the genre is When Harry Met Sally, because that is basically as like a lot of movies you'll see where you'll hear me say like, oh, that's close to a perfect movie. That applies to that too. Or I'm just like, When Harry Met Sally is close to a perfect movie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And also like When Harry Met Sally, I would also say
Sleepless in Seattle.
Right, like I was gonna say anything with Meg Ryan and Tom Hanks. Right? Even like
You Got Mail is like rough.
Yeah, but like of all of the romantic comedies, like with like the avalanche we had, it was better than what's the one with Helen Hunt and Nicolas Cage?
You mean
the
Mel Gibson?
No, the one with the lottery ticket. Like he's a cop.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Yeah, like there was a slog of them.
Yeah, like what women want. I never seen that. Yo, Julia Roberts was the queen of romantic comedies. Like, she made her whole career off that shit. Because Pretty Woman, you will never not hear anybody watch Pretty Woman and be like, oh, that was dog shit. They're going to watch Pretty Woman and be like, damn, that was pretty good.
Right.
I still haven't seen Runaway Bride. Notting Hill's a banger.
Notting Hill, I was about to say.
That's a banger.
Yeah.
She did a bunch. America's Sweethearts was not good.
I never saw American Sweethearts.
Yeah, that was not good.
Yeah, but like Notting Hill, that was fucking fantastic, man.
Shout out to Julia. She was the queen of rom-coms, and now she just does vicious thrillers where you're just like, ooh. I love that pivot for women where they get older and they stop being the love interest and they start making these like really
serious movies.
My palms are sweaty thrillers where I'm just like, damn. I love that pivot.
Yeah, good for them. Good for them.
Anyways, it's just nice to see a rom-com with 2 black leads, and it takes place in Italy, and they address the racial thing, and then they move on. They move on, and nobody bothers them that they're black.
When you say they address the racial thing, like, do they address how like Italy is notoriously racist against black people?
Italy is racist against black people if you live there, but if you're visiting, like it don't matter. I'll say this in general: Italy's notorious against outsiders. Like if you're visiting, they love you, but if you go there and you plan on staying there, your life's gonna be hell, bro. They do not want you there. They want you there for about a week or 2, and then they want you gone.
Unless you're Denzel Washington in the Equalizer 3.
Yeah. I mean, they make mention of how John Rene is part of the family and why he's part of the family, and that's how they get into the racial shit. Is like, this is how he's part of the family, this is why he's part of the family, and that's that.
Gotcha.
And the entire time, the family's trying to push them together anyway, because they're like, yo, look, not only are you 2 black, but y'all are a better match than her and him anyway.
All right. Look, I'm not. When I saw the commercial for it, when I saw the trailer for it, I was like, fine.
Yeah, I thought they gave away the whole movie in the trailer, and I was just like, oh, they didn't, because the trailer shows Mateo showing up at the villa, and I was like, damn, they're gonna show him like blowing this shit up. And no, when he shows up to the villa, I was just like, oh, this took a turn I did not expect. Okay. So there's still more after that.
All right. Yeah, I'll check it out when it hits whatever streaming service is going to
hit. That's a Universal movie.
Okay.
That's sad, though. It's sad that it's going to brick.
I mean, it came out, what, 3 weeks ago?
Yeah.
4 weeks ago? Yeah.
Still got full showtimes at Market Fair, too. So it's selling well, but, like, I'm just mad that it's bricking.
Well, because they don't talk about the shit. Yeah.
So, anyways, Jeff, why don't you get into what you watched?
So this week I saw Is God Is, which I think hits theaters in, I guess, 2 weeks or something like that. And this movie is great. It's about 2 twin sisters who they were scarred when their father lights their mother on fire, leaves them for dead.
I would be too. They showed the preview for it before you, me, and Tuscany.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and they go on a road trip to kill him, right? Yeah. To fuck up his life, and it's heartfelt, supremely well acted. Like Vivica A. Fox, when you watch her flashback, right, of what happened, and she's telling the story of how she
got mutilated. She is.
It is fucking brilliant, and I hope she gets nominated for something. That's how good she is in the 15 minutes she's in this fucking movie. and like the movie's black as fuck. It's funny, it's poignant, it's at points it's graphic and bloody, and Sterling K. Brown as the father is fucking terrifying, right? And the thing about it is you don't actually see him until the end of the movie, right? It's all obscured views, right? They either like it's extreme close-ups or super wide shots where you never get the full picture of him until like the very, very end of the movie. And it's so effective. This movie is based on a play, and you can see it's very theatrical, right? And it is. I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't want to give away some of the nuance and the discovery in it. But it hits theaters. I got to check to see when it hits. But it hits in May
15th.
May 15th.
Same weekend as I Love Boosters. Kind of fucked up.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be May 15th is Black Weekend, right? Because I can't wait to see I Love Boosters.
Same. And I'm like, yo, listen, I'm not mad that we didn't see it. Like, everybody's seen it and put out the reviews. And I'm like, I'm not mad. It's whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
I know at least I can get to a theater to see that because I know Neon's going to go wide on that.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. But, like, yo, listen, everybody's just... I hope people see this, too, from the way You're not the only person who said, "Oh man, this movie's amazing."
Yeah, like it's a fucking amazing. It's a fantastic road trip revenge movie. It's got heart. It feels directly pointed at toxic masculinity, about trauma, but also it doesn't fucking beat you over the head. It's not obvious, right? There's so much nuance in this fucking film. Even the way the twins talk to each other, right? There are whole entire scenes where they're having a conversation just by looks, right? And there's subtitles under them, right? So this they're having an entire conversation, and the way those scenes play out is like if you have a sibling, you know exactly what they're saying to each other. Right, I want this to be successful. Amazon has put out 2 of my favorite movies this year, right? Project Hail Mary, and Is God Is.
Oh, this is an Amazon joint?
This is an Amazon joint.
Oh yeah, nigga. So I'm gonna talk about an Amazon joint later too, and I think everybody's gonna be surprised at my review for this Amazon joint.
Right, so
they're trying to get this shit out so bad. They asked me for a pull quote, and I'm like, hell yeah, you can use that shit.
Yeah, so like, Is God Is, May 15th. Go out and fucking see it. You don't have to be black to see it.
What the fuck did I just say the last episode though?
What?
If you want to make a movie, you go to Amazon, Universal, or Warner
Apple.
Brothers.
Or your Warner Brothers 3. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Apple, don't know yet because they got burnt by theaters, and now they're just like, we don't know.
Yeah, I mean, but like...
but also, Apple was putting out a lot of fucking... They're spending too much money on garbage. Yeah. Like, there's no reason why Fly Me to the Moon costs $150 million.
But F1, though...
Hey.
Yes, yeah.
Listen.
Yeah,
They knew. They knew what they had there. Oh, did you see the news?
Nah, what's the news?
Joseph Kosinski might not be doing Top Gun 3.
Oh, yeah, I didn't hear that. Is there a reason, or is it because he's doing fucking Miami Vice 85?
I think that's why. I'm like, y'all, we waited 30 years for Top Gun 2. Why not just wait another fucking 6-10 years for Top Gun 3? Like,
and it's
y'all
not even
rushing it out now.
It's not going to be 6 or 10 years. He'll be done with Miami Vice 85 in 2 years max.
Well, I mean, and here's the thing. They pushed back the release date of Miami Vice 85 just so Michael B. Jordan can do the movie, because the nigga read the script and was just like, yeah. Like everybody, from what I understand, everybody who's read the script was just like, yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, and like the fact that they're setting it at 80. Like I didn't know anything about the movie, and then I saw the titles. Like, oh, they're setting it in 85.
Yeah, they announced that when they first announced the movie. They said it was going to be set in the 80s.
Yeah, I didn't catch that part, but I was like, oh fuck yeah.
My brother says that he's glad it's him and Austin Butler and not him and Glenn Powell, because it was originally rumored to be him and Glenn Powell, and he said Glenn and Michael are too much alike. I was like, I don't know about that, but now they said there's a distinction between Michael B and Austin Butler.
And like Austin Butler, yeah, he's a handsome man, but he's got that Don Johnson scumbag about him, right? Yeah, like Don Johnson. If you watch, like, because I watched all, I tried to get through all of Miami Vice
because it's up on Tubi.
It's on Tubi, and Don Johnson, it's kind of a scumbag in there. He's kind of greasy, and like Austin Butler has that.
Who's getting top billing?
Michael B. Jordan's got an Oscar.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, he's been in the game longer. He's a fucking bona fide movie star, and now he's a director. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like
drop that Thomas Crown Affair fucking trailer, bro. Like everybody keeps talking about that shit. I'm like, yo, drop that fucking trailer, man.
Yeah, like
he's about to do Creed 3, or not Creed 3, Creed 4.
4. Yeah. Michael B. Jordan gets top billing. Like it's not even a question.
I find it funny. Sly wants back in.
Of course he does.
I'm like, how about no, bro? I'm good. Rocky's an icon, but also you've done so much damage. I'm good on you, nigga.
What's he gonna do? Like, the story has totally progressed past Rocky's involvement, right? Like, how's he gonna just leave it alone, man? Just do another fucking do another Rambo.
Oh, they're rebooting that shit.
Of course they are.
Younger Rambo, played by Noah Centineo, and David Harbour is going to be what's homie's name?
The general.
Yeah.
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 I want to say Michael Crenna.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yo, shout out to Michael B, because he's trying to get a Creed TV show too to exist with the movies. And guess what the TV show is going to be?
What was going to be? It's about the gym, right?
No.
Now what's going to be?
It's going to be an anime.
Fuck it. Go for it. Look. Take some swings. I'm loving how he's taking some swings. He loves anime.
I would subscribe to Amazon to watch a Michael B. Jordan anime, because that nigga loves anime more than anything. So to see him finally have his dream realized, that he gets to make his own anime, that means those fights are gonna be
they're gonna go fucking hard.
Yo.
So I'm about that. But yeah, so God is. Yeah, that's it. That's all I got for that. Watch it.
All right, did you want to talk about Michael or keep it moving?
Oh yeah, I keep on forgetting about Michael. Like, I got two more I want to talk about. All right. So, I saw Michael, before it came out. Constantly, I have the worst experiences at these screenings. This was a Gen Pop, and you knew it was a Gen Pop. But besides that, people know how much I don't like musical biopics, right? Or like there's a higher bar for them. And I was fully expecting to come into this and hate it. And I am glad I was proven wrong, right? So let me say that this isn't a great movie at all.
It's not even good. This is not a good movie. It's a bad movie. Like, I'm just straight out say, it's a bad movie.
But it is so immensely entertaining.
Right.
Right? That I walked out with a smile on my motherfucking face.
Oh, wow.
And what?
I said, oh, wow.
Yeah, because here's the thing. I saw it in IMAX, and because they fucked up with the press seating, I was in the like fucking fourth row from the screen, right? So I was right fucking there. And honestly, it's the closest I will ever get to watching a Michael Jackson concert live, right? It's well acted. Coleman Domingo, every time he comes on fucking screen, it's like looking at a coiled viper, right? Like the dude just exudes menace throughout this whole entire thing. Even with and there's only one beating, honestly, in the whole entire fucking film, and that's when it's in the beginning of the film.
But then you get the montage of him taking off his belt.
Yeah,
there's the montage of beatings that's off screen.
Right. But like you only see one on screen actual incident of violence, but the whole entire movie, it feels like this motherfucker's gonna fucking break. He's gonna snap any second. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed it, even though it was cheesy in a lot of parts.
There's no interiority to anybody.
Right? Like
they just make Michael to be this saint, this childlike saint. And right. I hate how they do storytelling in this. Like they see him looking at Pinocchio, looking at
Peter Pan and shit like that, right?
No, he's watching Pinocchio a lot too.
Yeah, but like it's on the nose, literally and figuratively, when he looks at the Peter Pan book Pan, yeah. Right? Peter Pan has the nose that he eventually has, right?
You know how this was supposed to start, right?
No.
It's supposed to start in media res in 1993, and Michael Jackson was supposed to be in his bathroom, and he's just looking at himself all sad as police sirens are being heard, and you see the flashing lights in the mirror. And then it was supposed to cut to, everything else, and then it was going to end on the very first allegations.
Yeah. They were never, it was cute that they thought that they would be able to get away with any of that shit in a Michael Jackson biopic film. The fact that they got it, what?
The reshoots sent the fucking the price sky high. That's why Lionsgate was like, "Yo, this has to make $700 million in order for us to put out the second one." Yeah. And it made $200 million worldwide in one weekend. That's why I'm like, yo, it's gonna make $1 billion, bro.
Yeah, it was never not going to make all of the money, because the fans are showing up dressed up as Michael, right? Like if you probably look at the streaming for his music online, it's probably quadrupled in the last week. Like this was always going to print money, but it was also always not going to be an expose. It was always going to be a fluff piece, right? And the fact that they if they thought anything else, then they were fucking delusional.
I stand corrected. $217 million. That in one weekend worldwide.
That opening is fucking crazy, and the buzz is only going to keep growing.
So, let me just say this: the original finale was going to have Jordan Chandler, and Jordan Chandler is the very first accuser in 1993 when Bad came out, and that's where the movie ends in Bad. Yeah. Because of this settlement, and there was an NDA. Somehow the producers got hold of the NDA, and that's how they wrote it into the movie. The estate executed on the NDA, and they're like, yeah, we paid him out. So legally, you guys can't have none of this shit in here. Mm-hmm.
Like the fact that they had to pull teeth to get Tito and Jermaine and the brothers to give their likenesses, and LaToya, because they originally didn't want it. They didn't sign off on it. But you will notice Janet Jackson's not in this.
Yep. I think she's not gonna. She's gonna have to be in 2, because you can't do a movie and not have them cover Scream. Because Scream's still one of the biggest songs and one of the biggest videos ever. Or Rhythm Nation.
I don't know if she signed. Like she didn't sign off for because it was an entire movie, right? So they just cut it in half, right? So
there's 50. The reshoots added a whole 50 million, which skyrocketed the production to 250 million.
Yeah. So
and Antoine Fuqua couldn't make other movies because of this shit, because he had to do the reshoots.
Yeah. So like if she didn't sign on for the first movie, I doubt she's going to sign on for the second one. Because how do you explain that literally there's a missing Jackson and then all of a sudden she shows up in the second movie? Right?
She has to be in the second movie.
I mean, honestly, she had to be in the first one, right? Like, but anyway, like the production history of this movie is going to be a movie in itself. But this is an enjoyable biopic, but don't expect to come in getting any new insight into Michael Jackson. This is he is the definition of the magical Negro in this movie.
And you know what, man? Like, reading all the behind the scenes problems with this movie and then hearing what Antoine said about the accusers, I was just like, man, well, maybe you shouldn't have put this shit in the script in the first place if that's how you feel. Because the shit that he said, I was just like, bro, you might want to tone that shit down a bit. Because basically he's saying, oh, they just wanted money.
I mean...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, bro, that is on a subject that I wouldn't even broach. Yeah. Like, I would have just kept my mouth shut. Like, the fact that he said that shit, I was just like, so then, one, why did you have it in the movie in the first place if that's what you think? And then number 2, why fucking make this shit?
Yeah. It's supposed to be his dream project and everything like that, but he's been in the game long enough to know that he was never going to make the movie he wanted to make.
Well, I mean, he's been making the movies he wanted to make. Like, he's had control on these Equalizer movies.
No, I meant like for this movie.
Oh, well,
for this movie, he was never going to make the movie he wanted to make with this movie.
Hey, man, Graham King must be a hell of a producer, because he's the one who pitched him on it. He wanted Antoine Fuqua, gave him the script and everything.
Like,
remember the script's written by John Logan.
And like, here's the thing, like Antoine Fuqua did an admirable job on this, but there's nothing about it that says he should have been the one. Like, there's nothing.
Yeah, that's what I said in my other review. This is just super it's so sanitized. Right. Like, this could have been directed by anybody.
Yeah.
Like, this doesn't even feel like an Antoine Fuqua movie. Same the fact that Dion Beebe is the DP, and I'm like, Dion Beebe's a great DP, and this could have been, again, it looks like anybody shot this.
Right.
Script by John Logan. Feels like a script some asshole wrote.
Yeah, this is unoffensive, enjoyable fluff.
And you see why I say this movie's on speed run?
It's on speed run, but also it's too long.
I don't think so. I think that's the problem. Is like, it's not long enough.
I don't like it's speed runs, but also it's like some of these parts were just fucking dragging.
I never felt that.
Yeah, but like, look, it's all that to say, it's fucking enjoyable.
You see what we mean about bubbles, though.
Yeah. This fucking CGI fucking monkey.
Shit.
All right. So that's my review of Michael. I got one more solo. So Kevin Introdonato, he's a friend of the show. He's been on a couple times. I produced some of his films. He just had a new movie that dropped on Amazon on Friday called Dirty Hands. It is a it's a smart budget crime action thriller, and it reminds me of Free Fire, but instead of guns, it's just fucking dudes beating the shit out of each other. All right, and it's the action is great, the acting is great, but it is notable because it is the last film that oh shit, I totally lost his fucking name. Who just died. Oh, I'm totally fucking blanking on this. Hold on. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was the last film that Patrick Muldoon ever did. Right? And Patrick Muldoon, you know him. His career in the 90s, he was in Battlestar Galactica, Starship Troopers. He was a mainstay. And yeah, it's his last film. Our friend of the show, Kevin, was the last director he actually worked with. Right? So we're going to have him on the show in a couple of weeks. He's going to hop on and talk about that experience and talk about the movie. And I'll give a fuller review next episode on Dirty Hands, but I just want to give a shout out to the movie. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it's not just because my friend did it. It's just because the evolution of him as a filmmaker. This is really, really solid work for a lower budgeted film that doesn't feel lower budget. Right? So Dirty Hands, you can buy it on Amazon right now, but I'll give you a full review next week.
All right. Well, we're going to close out the episode on two big movies. All right. Mother's Day is around the corner. You know what I'm saying? Well, no, we're going to close out on three big movies because I forgot. Netflix dropped their normal bullshit. So I forgot. I watched this. Only
You
good
watched
thing about
Apex?
it. Only good thing about it is that it's an hour and a half. But
Okay.
this movie's some bullshit. And it's called Apex, starring Charlize Theron, Taron Egerton, which I'm like, dog, we need to get you a better agent. And Eric Bana, man. Like, it hurts my soul to see Eric Bana just doing this.
You got to eat. Motherfuckers got to eat.
Like, we gotta start putting Eric Bana back in real movies, man. He's an actor. Anyways, look, I don't really care about spoiling this for you because it's only an hour and a half, and you ain't like you're watching it for the plot anyway. You're watching it for the relentless, nonstop. Well, it ain't even relentless because they have this whole setup. Her husband, who was who was also a guide, because she ain't listen, because she's fucking stubborn, got him killed on a climb, and she feels guilt. Now she's doing a solo backpacking trip, and because every Australian dude in every movie I've watched is a rapist, you know what I'm saying? Just every Australian dude. I've never watched a movie where that's set in Australia where a dude ain't some sort of rapist or murderer or general scumbag. These two Australian dudes keep harassing her, keep following her. Taron Egerton stands up for her. Eventually on her trip, she comes across Taron Egerton, and the nigga's also crazy. He's also crazy like the other two dudes who are rapists. He is a cannibal.
The silence is me just staring at the screen, looking at Brandon.
That's the whole reveal, is that he's a cannibal.
Sure. I guess that's why they call it Apex then, because
he's hunting her. He's hunting her, and he wants to turn her into. He's been kidnapping all these people, locals and tourists, taking them to his little hideout cave, where there's like so many. I'm like, bro, there's no way this nigga was getting away with this many murder, dog. This many.
I don't
people
know. It's
murder.
Australia. It's Australia.
And not only does he eat them, but he sells jerky at the local shop in town. The owner's like, yeah, this jerky sells good, you know, and the jerky's made out of people, so they pull a Soylent Green.
Sure. Is that revealed at the end of the movie or like in the like the second act?
I get halfway through the second act because the whole third act is the chase, and then, you know, look. Eventually they gotta work together and climb up this mountain face because, you know, that's how the movie opened.
So it kept on showing me on my Netflix app this movie called Apex, and I didn't even bother looking at the trailer. And from what you've told me, I don't have to watch this at all.
Yeah, I spoiled the whole thing because I don't give a shit. I went on there to watch Man on Fire because I was like, maybe, hopefully this is an adaptation of the book, like the OG movie was.
Right, the one with Scott Glenn? Yeah.
Yeah, because I like that one better than I like the Denzel one.
I love the Denzel one, and I like the Scott Glenn one. Like, I love the idea of this story.
Because, you know, there's 2 books, right?
Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah,
so
I know there's 2.
That's why I'm just like, that's why I'm excited to see. Are they taking it back to the book, or are they gonna pull this fucking bullshit?
Is it gonna be a show version of the Denzel movie, which I'm not mad at, but there's a happy medium.
I'll be mad if they keep the ending of the Denzel movie. Anyways, that's why I went on Netflix because I was trying to watch Man on Fire, and
it doesn't hit till Thursday.
Yeah, I was like, fuck, man. Fuck,
and I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to Thursday. I'm looking forward to that show.
Look, Apex, you know what I mean? Also found out that Verizon lied to us, and we're actually paying $5 a month for Netflix. So we might actually cancel this shit because I don't want to pay shit for Netflix, quite frankly. I have yet to watch something to justify me paying for Netflix.
I've talked about why I still have Netflix.
Enjoy that $2 increase.
Is it $2? Man.
Pretty soon the shit's gonna be $30.
Yeah, and at that point, I might as well just get fucking cable.
The only thing I pay $30 a month for, 2 things I pay $30 a month for, and I'm like, I see the value in it, is the Disney, Hulu, HBO Max bundle.
Because that's worth it.
And AMC A-List.
Because that is also worth it.
Yeah. Netflix is not worth what is going to be $30 a month. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm not like once it hits 30, I gotta start reevaluating shit. And the fact that I've been a customer since they were fucking doing DVDs.
People been posting that shit too. They're like, "Thank you for being one of our very first customers. We value your patronage over the past 25 years. We're emailing you to inform you that, you know, your subscription is going to go up $2 from this to this." And like, people are like, if you value me as a customer,
right,
fuck you raising the prices. And I'm like, yeah, y'all niggas are getting a free $8 billion. A free $8 billion.
Yeah. Well, they need it because they keep on fucking spending money like assholes.
Here's my question though: if the Ellisons have to pay $8 billion to Netflix, and then have to borrow all this money from the Saudis, how do they expect this shit to last?
I don't know.
And I hope the AGs block it, and I hope what's the other the European Union blocks it because they also said they don't want it. And if they block it not long enough, because you know, Jeff, after September, they got to start paying $160 million, $160 million quarterly to Warner Brothers because the deal hasn't gone through. So I hope they delay it and delay it and delay it because it gets held up in courts.
This is a losing fucking proposition. Didn't they watch Succession? You're buying HBO and you didn't watch Succession, right? This is Succession.
And I say again, we have yet to see a movie from the Ellison Rand Paramount.
Like everything we're seeing, everything you've seen is shit that was like old shit.
Yeah, that was already in the pipeline.
Right. So, well,
the only thing that I've seen recently with Paramount, as far as movie wise, they just announced that they themselves will be distributing Hard Eyes 2, because Hard Eyes was a joint venture between Paramount distributed overseas and Sony distributed it here, because apparently Spyglass paid for the whole thing. And I was like, oh, so Spyglass just making dumbass moves, because Spyglass is also the ones who bought the rights to the Scream franchise ever since the 5th movie. And the dude who runs Spyglass is a piece of shit, so.
I mean,
going all in on Hard Eyes, all right.
Hard Eyes was fine?
No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't, nigga. Nigga, I was so bored I did something I never do, which is I looked at you and I was like, yo, Jeff, you done with your soda cup? And you looked at me like I had 8 heads. You're like, yeah, why? I was like, yo, can I have it? You're like, yeah, sure. I got up and left out the motherfucker for 10 minutes to go try the Captain America sodas in the Coke Freestyle machine. I came back, sat down, I didn't miss a fucking thing.
I honestly can't. The only thing I remember from Hard Eyes is the dumbass reveal. I don't even know what the dumbass reveal was. I can't remember what it was. I just know it was fucking stupid.
Jordana Brewster was Hard Eyes. It wasn't two Hard Eyes killers. It was Jordana Brewster and somebody else.
Right. It was the dude who you always assumed was the Hard Eyes killer, and then Jordana Brewster, the cop, was also a spoiler. But it's it was the drive-in scene, right? The drive-in scene is the only thing I remember actually being kind of interesting.
I didn't even like that. I was bored to tears.
Yeah, but the fact that Hard Eyes is getting a second one, sure, right? We're not hard up for horror. We don't need. I'd rather.
No, it also hurts my soul to see A24 digging up Texas Chainsaw. I'm like, y'all, leave that shit alone. Like, they hired 2 different teams to do 2 different Texas Chainsaws. So A24 is putting out a movie and a TV show by 2 different people. I'm like, damn, A24.
Just leave it alone. Just leave it the fuck alone. There hasn't been a good version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre, right? Since 2,
and even 2 is a huge step down from the first one.
Yeah, it's so fucking. Just come up with some new shit. Just come up with some new shit. But anyway,
yeah, that's it. Anyways, let's keep it moving. Let's get into what I want to talk about now, which is, oh my god, why am I blanking on this? Sheep Detectives.
Okay.
I remember watching this trailer and I was like, damn, this is a real movie. And it could go either way. I was just surprised this was a real movie. Written by Craig Mazin, which also, hold on, pause this real quick. So yeah, like I said, this is written by Craig Mazin, directed by one of the dudes who's done Minions, and produced by Lord and Miller. So when their names popped up in the credits at the end, I was like, oh, that explains a lot. Same with Craig Mazin, because this is based on a series of books. It's called, I forget what the book series is called, but like, yo, I'm happy to report this is a fun movie. It's good.
Okay, good. I'm glad.
It is Babe meets Knives Out. Like,
sold.
This is
sold.
If you have children, you could take them to this, and you could sell it as baby's first murder mystery.
Oh, I love it.
The mystery is compelling too, because I'm like, yo, yeah, who did kill him? And you know, they have all the lineups, the suspects, and you're going through it, and I knew right away, like Hong Chow. I'm like, damn, Hong Chow just be playing bitches now. And Hong Chow's in this, and I was like, I know she didn't. Even though she's the most suspicious, I was like, yeah, she ain't kill him because it's too obvious. The black dude in this, I was like, also too obvious. You know what I mean? I was trying to look for the least obvious person, and when it was revealed, was I surprised? No, but like, yo, listen, it played out well. The mystery is fascinating enough. I do like that Nicholas Braun is the head detective and the only detective in this small town, because Nicholas Braun, he is the king of playing inept, stupid dudes. Like, I never stop playing this. Totally different character from Greg, but still inept and still stupid.
All right. Him
hitting on. I love how Molly Gordon, she plays Hugh Jackman's daughter, and she shows up, and his first question to her, he's like, we have to ask all people, because everybody's a suspect, we have to ask every question from every type of point of view, and my first question for you is, did you have a boyfriend? And everybody just starts snickering like, oh, really? And he's just like, part of the investigation, it's good to know. And she just smiles at him like, I recently broke up. He's like, very good information to know.
It's good to know. Thank you.
I was like, that's adorable.
All right. Yeah.
Shout out to Molly Gordon, bro. You know what I'm saying? Killing it and everything. I've never not seen her in something and been like, well, she sucks. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you know, just shout out to Molly Gordon. You know what I mean? Yeah, I got, this comes out the same weekend as Mortal Kombat 2. So Mortal Kombat 2 comes out Mother's Day weekend, which I find a little wild.
Right.
So there's 2 movies you can take your mom to. Well, 3. There's 3 movies. You could take your mom to Project Hail Mary. You could take your mom to Devil Wears Prada. Or you could take your mom to Sheep Detectives. Because this is what they call a 4-quadrant movie.
Okay.
And it's PG. It's a very tame PG. Like, even the murder, when it happens, it's just like, that's the most terrifying thing, but like, it ain't violent.
Right. Still kind of like soft and cuddly. Right? Like
I wouldn't even say soft and cuddly, because you do see the nigga like kill over.
Yeah, okay.
And he has a look of terror on his face. But I will say, might as well just come out and say this, he was poisoned, so the most non-violent murder you
right,
can
like
do.
there's like, yeah, I'm excited for this. I can't wait to see this.
Yeah, man, and you know, it has the themes of inclusivity, you know what I mean, and accepting outsiders and stuff like that. You know, there's a scene at night that's shot immaculately where it was tense. I was sitting there, I'm like, damn, this shit is intense, bro. This nighttime scene. Yeah, I highly enjoyed it. It's a great time at the movies, man. I recommend. This is why I'm like, I walked out of this and I was just like, what? Amazon's just making movies, bro. And I just wish other people would just make fucking movies. Yeah. And I get it. I get why they would do this, because if it turned out like this, if I'm Jeff Bezos, I'm sitting there, and if this makes money, I'm be like, yeah, so we're adapting the other books too.
Right. Yeah. And like, I think honestly, we're getting so much from Amazon because he doesn't care.
Oh yeah, he's just like, whatever.
Right. Like he makes his money off the servers. Right. So he doesn't. I'm sure he's very hands off.
I just like the fact that at CinemaCon, the dude who runs Amazon MGM just came out laughing like, y'all thought Project Hail Mary was gonna come on VOD soon? Nah, bro, we're extending the window on that. We extended the window.
Yeah, they're gonna keep on fucking doing it as long as they can.
Just had Weekend 6. Weekend 6 made another $10 million in Weekend 6.
I'm telling you, generational fucking film.
That's crazy. In Weekend 10, you're still making that much money.
Yeah.
No wonder Amazon's like, you guys, you want to see it on premium on demand and on Amazon Prime? Y'all want to see it that way? I'll tell you. Okay, listen. I'll tell you how you can see it. I'll tell you when it's gonna hit. Then it's gonna hit when you go pay to fucking see it in theaters. That's why they were laughing. Like,
because
they say they have no plans to take it out of theaters anytime soon.
Good. Oh God, that makes me see. This is what I want. This is what theaters need, right? Like
Spielberg even said it. He's like, we need more movies like Project Hail Mary. He's like, it might be based off a book, but it's something that hasn't been done before. He's like, if this business wants to survive, we got to start making more original movies and new franchises. He's like, I'm not even anti-franchises. It just has to be new. And I'm like, yeah, I agree. I'm not anti-franchise either. I'm saying we just need new franchises.
We need new shit, and the shit that we put out, it's gotta stay out.
Yeah.
Right? Like, the fact that you can still go see Project Hail Mary is in theaters is a fucking blessing.
And think about it like this. Me and Tuscany's underperforming, but hey, Universal ain't pulling it. They're like, yo, listen, we got to make as much money as we can before this hits all the ancillary markets.
Yeah, so like let it fucking ride. I remember, when you could go see a movie 4 weeks after it came out,
and it'll still be crowded.
In the crowded or not, just like the fact that I could go see it, right? That like I don't feel rushed.
I remember the days of VHS where it took a year for
or
a movie
two
to hit. Yeah, like it would play in theater for months, and then once they pulled it from theaters, it took very long for that shit to hit VHS.
Yeah, and then when it came out on VHS, you were excited.
Yeah,
right. It's like, oh shit, this is finally out. Yeah, I'm gonna rent that.
Same thing with DVDs. That shit used to take a minute to hit DVD.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, like, the first movie to pop off in March and make March blockbuster season, quote unquote, was 300. And I remember seeing 300 and, like, everybody else, because I was, like, 16, 15 at the time. So that was, like, one of the greatest movies I've ever fucking seen. Because, that's exactly the type of age you are when you're going to like some dumb shit like that. Anyways,
that's what
I remember wanting to own 300 walking out of the theater, and it took months. Like, that shit did not hit DVD till late July, early August. That's when I was like, I could finally own this motherfucker.
Yeah, and like it's scarcity breeds intensity. Right? So if you make it only available one way, then people are forced to watch it that one way.
Yep.
Right?
So, look, all I'm saying is y'all showed out for Project Hail Mary. Show out for this too. This is a good movie. It's worth your time. Your kids need something to see too. That's that, because I know they're probably sick of Super Mario. I know you're sick of Super Mario. Like, I know y'all probably don't want to see Hoppers for a third or fourth time. So, like, go take them to see Sheep Detectives. This is a fun-ass movie, man. I really enjoyed it.
All right. Good.
Yeah.
Look.
Like, the thing is, like, the thing that makes it good is, like, everybody is in it. You know what I mean? They're taking it seriously. Behind the camera and in front of the camera. Because it's very easy for people to phone this shit in. And everybody's committed. Given... They're doing the assignment they're given.
Okay. Look, you're saying all the right things. And I can't wait to watch this thing.
All right, let's end on what is probably one of the most anticipated movies of the year. I was really looking forward to it. Happy to report that, because I watched the first one again before I saw the second one, and 20 years later, that movie's still fucking really good.
Right.
Devil Wears Prada 2. One thing I realized halfway through the movie is, like, the reason why I was enjoying it so much is, like, I like these characters. I like the actors playing these characters. And I like being in this world that I'm not familiar with, which is the fashion world. I'm not really familiar with the fashion world. I enjoy spending time with these characters in a world I don't know too much about. Is it as good as the first one? No, but I went in expecting that, quite frankly. You know what I mean? Still a good time though. It was worth the 20-year wait. Like, I'm glad it makes sense too how everybody comes back together the way they do. Because it tackles journalism head on. Because everybody forgets Anne Hathaway's character, Andy, she is a journalist first and foremost. So when journalism is being attacked from every single side right now, and this highlights how valuable and how much journalism's needed, even though this is the fashion world, journalism still matters. And how billionaires are just buying everything. Oh, Jeff, I wanted to tell you this. Letterboxd might be bought out by a billionaire company. And I'm like, wow, that means if Letterboxd is about to be bought out by billionaires, that means everything, and I mean everything, by the end of the decade is going to be owned by a billionaire, and nothing is going to work properly because they're going to own it just for profit and vanity.
Yeah, 100%. Like, get ready for more ads, data mining. It's
nothing. None of this shit's going to work properly because y'all don't want to hire people to fucking make it work properly.
Right, and it's all an aggregator to sell you shit, right? Once the thing that you love starts making money and someone buys it, they're not buying it for altruistic reasons. They're not buying it to just say, like, I'm going to keep this running the way it is, maybe improve it for the good of mankind.
Right.
Like, they're not doing it for that.
And this movie tackles that head on, like, hey, who's buying what and what for? And like, my only complaint with this movie is I don't think Andy needed a love interest, because she has a love interest in this, played by some Australian dude. We don't have time to look him up right now. No offense to the actor. Can't remember your name. With that said, though, I don't think she needs a love interest. Like, this movie has enough going on in it already that we don't need her in a romantic relationship. I think her character's strong enough where she can just exist as the features editor at Runway, because that's how Andy comes back. She's hired as the features editor at Runway. So when she shows up and she's like, hey, I'm the features editor now, Miranda's like, what the fuck you mean? Yo, I will say, for those of you who are expecting the same Miranda as the first movie, I want to let you know she's a little more chilled out now. Still a bitch. Still evil, but... Well, I wouldn't even say evil, because there comes a point in this movie where you start rooting for her, actually.
Right.
But, I mean, still a dragon lady, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, but, like, that's what you would expect as someone, like, it's 20 years later, right? Like, they're growing as people.
Right,
you know?
right. Look, they tackled how things have evolved too, because in the first movie she would always throw her jacket and her purse on Anne Hathaway's desk, and when Anne Hathaway, it's one of the best jokes in the movie, because they do the snap zooms again from the first movie. I'm like, oh, I'm glad they kept that. They do a zap zoom on her hanging up her own coat and purse, and Anne Hathaway's like, the fuck is this? She's like, why is she hanging up her coat and her purse? And the new assistants, they go, yeah, HR complaints were filed by all the other assistants over the past years, and they finally stepped up and told her, yeah, that shit's gotta go. It's like, damn, they really did update with the times, man.
Good.
Yeah, look, I hope this is gonna make a fuck ton of money. Whether it was good or not, it was gonna make a fuck ton of money, and I'm glad it's good. Just don't go in expecting the first one. I hope they do a third one, because the reason why this took so long was because Meryl Streep and Anne Hathaway did not want to do a sequel, even though the author, she did write 2 more books.
Okay.
One that's called Revenge Wears Prada, The Devil Returns, and the third book is called When Life Hands You Lululemons. And I'm like, those are clever titles. And I went on Amazon, I'm like, what are the books about? And I will say, from the entire creative team, good choice on coming up with an original story.
Oh yeah,
Because you read the plot descriptions of book 2 and book 3, and you're like, oh, you wrote these because the first one was so successful.
Because you had to pay, you had a mortgage to pay. That's where those second 2 books came from.
Like, the plot for this movie makes much more sense than the plots of those other 2 books.
All right. That's
Look,
all that.
I don't want to give away why Andy's back at Runway, because they get into that right at the beginning of the movie, why she's back at Runway. And in this day and age, I'm like, yeah, that fucking tracks, man. That tracks a lot, where I see that happening to high-profile critics, where they're just like, well, who's hiring?
Yeah. Look, I'm glad, because I know you were anticipating this movie, and I'm glad that you're I'm glad that you're not disappointed, right? On it, because even though it may not be the first movie or as good as the first movie, as long as it doesn't disrespect the first movie,
and it doesn't, it's a good movie. It's not gonna hold. It doesn't hold a candle to the first one, but it is a good movie in its own right. It's a good, enjoyable movie, and if you like the first one, you're gonna like this one.
All right.
There's some substance to this. It is saying something. At least it tries. You know what I mean?
Right.
While still being a entertaining studio film. Like, dog, we don't get these type of movies anymore. You know what I'm saying? They just don't.
It's the stuff that we got 20 years ago, right? Like, yeah.
And I'm glad Adrian Grenier's not in this. Like, I know that's become the whole debate now. Was Nate a good boyfriend or not? And watching it again, I was just like, he has some points. He does make some points about Andy, but also he needed to be a little more supportive of her career and then her sudden shift in interest in fashion. I'm like, she became interested in the job, and you're just like, oh, you're into that dumb shit now? And it's just like, nigga, like...
It's like, look...
And I hate that shit where he's just like, well, quit your job. And I'm like, y'all share a 1-bedroom apartment. What is she gonna do to cover her half of the fucking rent, you dumbass? I hate when people say that. Well, just quit your job. And I'm like, yeah, because jobs grow on fucking trees, nigga.
Yeah, like I don't know if you've looked out in the world lately. It's hard out there.
Yeah, man. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I want to say this. Only besides the 4 main characters who come back from the first one, the dude who owns Runway comes back, and he has a great story in this one that directly involves the plot of the movie. And then Tracy Thomas, I was like, oh damn, I haven't seen Tracy Thomas in anything in a minute, and I'm glad she's back. So that's the only one of Andy's friends who returns. She now has a whole new. I was like, damn, y'all couldn't bring Rich Somner back? I was like, my man's did Mad Men. Everybody knows him now. Y'all couldn't bring him back? Damn. But I think it's also great that the whole creative team came back. So, like, writer, director, producer, cinematographer, composer. If you worked on the first one behind the camera, you worked on this one. Also, the difference... I'm going to say this now. I'm going to make this distinction. The difference between this and Marvel... The cameos in this never hinder the plot. And it makes sense because they're at parties. They're at fashion shows. They're at gala events. So whenever they have these massive cameos in this movie, I'm like, yeah, it makes sense. Because they got to schmooze. They got to have these people perform or work the party. Or they're there as fundraisers or whatever. Or they're hosting a party. Whereas Marvel, the movie literally stops to highlight, hey, this person's in here. This person's in here. When the cameos happen in this, they just keep it moving. Right.
Because this would happen. That person would be there if this were a real life situation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mac, and I'm telling you, dude, there's people I even recognize from the fashion world where I'm like, holy fuck, they got this person for this movie? Well, like, I'm talking not just celebrities and musicians, but people from the fashion world where even I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, because everybody wants to be in this. Everybody who is in that industry, right, or in that world, of course they would want to be in this.
Yeah, make a third one, bro. Make a third one. Do it. Especially now, the way we leave these characters and where we leave these characters, I'm like, let's see what happens next. Let's see where Runway is going now. Yeah, man, I enjoyed it. Anne Hathaway much hotter now than she was back 20 years ago. It's like, damn, it's like night and day.
Oh, because
same with Meryl Streep. I'm like, damn, Meryl Streep looks good in this movie.
Some women grow into their beauty.
Yeah,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, Anne Hathaway is much hotter now.
All right.
Listen, y'all, go see it. Go make it a date night. Take your mom. Like, there's nothing offensive in this. You know what I mean? The suggested sex happens off screen like the first movie. You know what I mean? It's PG-13. They drop this. They ain't do it in the first one. This one, they do drop an F-bomb. And it's comedic for a comedic effect. So that's as offensive as this movie gets.
Which is fine. Which is absolutely
so like, there's an Elon Musk type character in this, played by Justin Theroux, and Justin Theroux kills it. Oh man, Kenneth Branagh's in this. When the opening credits were going, and when I saw Lucy Liu's name, I was like, "Holy shit, Lucy Liu's in this!"
So this is just packed.
It's well worth your time. Again, the first one's streaming on Hulu and Disney Plus. Hour 38 minutes, and that's before credits. With credits, it's like an hour 40. This one is 2 hours. So, my only complaint again about with the love story is I don't like the drone shots. The drone shots are janky because you could tell drones. It's herky jerky. That's why I hate drone shots, because they're always herky jerky.
Right.
And I like y'all. Fucking need. Y'all didn't have aerial shots in the first movie. You didn't need them in this one.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, but like, yo, listen. The first movie they went to Paris. This one they go to Italy. They go to a couple of more places where I'm like, damn, y'all got a budget for this motherfucker.
Well, I mean, look, they couldn't come back and not spend the money. Like they couldn't do this on the cheap.
And they're gonna make their money because a lot of people like, yo, the fans are gonna be pleased. That's what.
Well, they've been chomping at the bit for this. So.
And the difference between this and Super Mario or Michael, where I'm like, the fans are gonna be pleased, is like, yo, this is actually a movie, and it's actually telling a story. Things are happening in the scenes. You know what I mean? Like, it's fine. Like I got. If you go in expecting a good sequel, that's what you're gonna get. So, Devil Wears Prada 2. All right, ball bags. We forgot a couple of things, so I finally remembered the show I was blanking on. It's The Pit, and season 2 of The Pit. Y'all niggas need to stop complaining. It is good. It is fine. Is it as good as the first season? No, but that's because the first season was new. This is still a good, worthwhile show. I'm very excited for the third season next year. This is also one of the shows I appreciate that has more than 10 episodes. It's 15 episodes a season, and they put it out yearly, like it used to be.
I was actually just watching an interview with Noah Wiley, and even the production of The Pit is immaculate. I can't really think of another word. So, they don't allow cell phones on set.
Oh, like Nolan?
Right? Like,
or
so
Fincher.
Like,
Fincher, he will fucking fire you.
Right. No, but like they do, like they have no cell phones on set simply because in between takes and everything like that, the actors, instead of being on their phones, they have to talk to each other.
Yep.
Right? And so they actually build a rapport.
Yep.
Right? So like the shit that you see on screen when they're interacting, it's, it feels real. It feels like they have a relationship because they actually do, because they're forced to talk to each other. But the second thing, which I thought was really cool, is all crew has to show up to work in scrubs.
Damn.
Right?
All right.
So just in case someone gets caught on camera, right?
Oh, makes sense.
Right?
Right,
like
yeah.
what? Like if there's a fucking gaffer or fucking best boy over here in the corner, right? It doesn't look out of place because they're dressed in scrubs.
Makes
and
sense.
I thought that was just like that's thinking right there. That is next level production planning.
I will say this is not as gnarly as the first season. Thank fucking Christ. The first season took place in the fall. This takes place a year later on 4th of July, and a lot of 4th of July related.
A lot of missing fingers.
Somebody blew half their face off with a firework, and that was funny because they show the injury, and I was just like, that's not even gross. I'm laughing because I'm like, that's just stupidity. Like I wasn't even grossed out. I was like, that's fucking funny because you're an idiot.
Yeah, pretty.
But yeah, like, yo, listen, there's still gross shit in this. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, some dude had fucking an outbreak all over his body, and the lesions were absolutely horrifying. But again, nothing like in the first season, especially the first season finale on the little girl with the fork stuck in her face.
Yo, Jesus. Yeah. See, like, it's stuff like that that's like, I can wait. I know it's gonna be good, but I can wait to see the shit.
Yeah, man. Look, listen, I'm really excited to see what season 3 is gonna bring, and a lot of you guys stop complaining about your favorite characters being written out of the show. That's how a hospital is. Some people stay, some people go. Like, people rotate out. You know what I mean?
Like, rotate out. They get different jobs, different shifts, stuff like that.
They become there's sometimes they pivot to a different part of the hospital too, like pediatric care. Maybe they're not in the ER. They go to their head of surgery or their chief of medicine. It's just it's shit like that, man. Like,
yeah, like real life shit. Like,
yeah.
when your work husband or your work wife gets another fucking job, right? Like, they leave. They disappear.
Sometimes sometimes you want to go from being a fucking nurse on call to being the head of the burn ward, just because, hey, at least I know if I'm the head of the burn ward, once it hits 8 o'clock, I'm out of here. Whereas I'm a nurse, I'm like, oh man, I gotta fucking work 12 to fucking 12 or be on call. Like, I'm in the middle of my kid's birthday, I get my beeper, like, fuck, I gotta go in. So,
also, just fucking money in general.
Yeah, get promoted. You know what I mean?
Follow the money.
Yeah, man. Like, not everybody has to suffer all the time. That's the problem with America. Is like, yo, if you're not suffering, you're not working.
Right now, like the Americans are the only people, the only culture like that. Every other industrialized nation in the world, right? They value personal time.
A lot of first world countries have started doing 4-day work weeks, and they saw happiness and productivity up by over 2,000%.
Yeah, like as I know, I love hustle culture. I love the grind, but also, if I didn't have to work, I wouldn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So, yeah. But every other, like, in Europe, they take 6-week vacations.
Yo, and the father gets paternity leave. Like, oh, your wife's pregnant? All right, well, go take care of your wife and kid. And then, hey, when it's time for you to go back to work, then, like, oh, only one of you has to come back. Or y'all could rotate. And it's not a problem. And they don't have a fucking $10,000 bill to pay for having a kid.
Wow, all of that sounds very interesting. I would imagine they also probably have less shootings, mass shootings.
Yeah, less overdoses. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Imagine that. If you have two parents in the house when the baby's born, bonding with that child, creating a functional human being. Would you imagine that?
What's crazy to me is you get shot, you get in the ambulance, they take you to the hospital. The hospital's clean, nice. they save your life, patch you up, and they send you on your way, and you go, you're like, oh, so how much? And they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. We got other people to see. You talking about fucking paying? I'm like, yeah. You know how it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, I got unwittingly shot. Not like I went out of my front house today being like, oh, I hope I get shot. You know what I'm saying? I get shot, and then next 2 months later, I got a fucking $20,000 bill for something I had no control over.
Look, when I went to the ER back in, I think it was like November, December, right? They literally, they gave me, I sat in a hallway for an hour and a half, right? Because I didn't have a bay. I was just on a gurney in a hallway. They gave me a shot and some pills and a prescription, right? They tried to send me a bill. I haven't even looked at that shit. I was like, what are you fucking talking about?
I heard if you just don't pay the motherfucker after a year or a few months, they just stop. They just don't collect.
I mean, eventually they'll come after me for the money, but it's not a knock against your credit.
Yeah, I mean,
right? And look, you can always go back because it's a Hippocratic oath. They have to. So like, I don't understand. Well, because it's
listen,
it's a larger thing than we're going to get through in this show.
Yeah. It basically comes down to capitalism and money has infiltrated now literally everything, and because of that, because of greed and especially corporate greed, we all suffer because of it.
Right.
Whether we want to or not. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just told Jeff, like, Letterboxd is about to be bought out, and I'm like, oh, well, if some assholes just like, you know what, I want to buy Letterboxd just on a whim, because their owners are just like, oh, you guys want it? Well, we'll sell it to you. And when that news comes out, because that news came out, what was it, Monday? And I remember reading that news, I'm just like, damn, nothing will be privately owned. Everything's going to be owned by a billionaire. And I promise you, nothing is going to work, because these motherfuckers just want the fucking profits and the vanity. Like, yo, look at this shit I own that I make money off of, and the shit don't work properly.
Look, so you're like, we're out here paying almost $5 a gallon for gas, but Jeff Bezos only pays $1 million a year in taxes. So
which is like
shit's broke.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that is him paying $1 million a year is like me and you paying $5 for our taxes.
It's not even $5. Not even
a nickel. Like, that's us paying a nickel every year.
That's like me taking this. Let me just like break you off with some of this pocket change. Here you go.
Oh,
Done.
Jeff, you want to know something crazy too?
What's that?
Most places in Europe, most first world nations, do you think they have a thing called tax?
Yeah, no, they have taxes,
but not like us.
No, yeah, like no, not like that.
like I tried explaining a tax returns to some dude, and he's just like, I don't understand this concept though, and I was just like, yeah, a lot of us don't. It don't make fucking sense to us either.
It was like so I overpay you, and then maybe I get some of that money back if I can wrangle it out of you. That's pretty much what tax return is me fucking greasing myself up and wrestling with the government every year to give me money that they took from me and did not give me the services.
I don't mind paying into healthcare if it keeps healthcare costs down. But, you know,
but it doesn't.
That got fucked. That got fucked
right.
too. That got fucked too, because we all had healthcare, and now that shit's gonna be gone next year. So I didn't mind paying into that. Also, didn't mind paying into Social Security, because I was like, well, you know, one day
I'm gonna get that eventually.
Yeah, like one day I might get a free $1,000, $2,000. Not getting that anymore either.
Like, with what money are we supposed to be doing this shit that all of these incels and half fucking mongoloid like mouth breathing motherfuckers, you You know what? Let's move on.
Yeah, but anyways, the
I'm getting
pit.
heated. the pit.
Also, the pit. They got heated because they had an ICE storyline this year, and they got pissed, and fucking they got under some fire from not only Warner Brothers but the government. They're like, how dare you guys put this in there? I'm like, bro, this shit's happening. They are literally writing what is happening. Like, don't get mad at what they're fucking seeing and putting in their show.
Where's the lie? It's already on camera.
You know what I'm saying?
Right? It's all like, where's the lie? Like, you literally are doing the shit. It's on the news.
By the way, they put out a propaganda video yesterday. I saw this last night where they were saying ice is nice. And
yeah, I saw some.
yeah,
I saw something about that, and I just passed by it. I was like, I can't.
I was just like, wow, that's some blatant ass propaganda. Ice is nice with them hugging fucking children and shit and high fiving people, and most of the shit was them at the airports when they deployed them at the airports because the TSA agents weren't getting paid, and they're like, all right, well, fuck it, I'm not coming in.
But they didn't do anything at the airports.
Yeah, they didn't.
They didn't. They just stood there. Yeah. It's
Now he's thinking about renaming ICE to actually nice.
I can't. Nope. Not on a Wednesday. It's the Lord. Today's the Lord. Fuck Sunday. Sunday's not the Lord's day. Wednesday's the Lord's day, and we're not listening to like we're not doing Trump.
Well, nice pivot to something I forgot to talk about, my Devil Wears Prada review. I'm going to tell you right now. I remember last week reading and laughing about it that they cut Sydney Sweeney's cameo. They're like, it just didn't work. It was it disrupted the pace of the film. It has nothing to do with her politics. The scene just didn't work. And I was like, yo, every motherfucker's in this movie except for...
And here's the thing, all right? Sure. It didn't have to do with her politics. Fine, whatever. But her politics didn't help her stay in the film either. Right? Like, they didn't cut her. They didn't. That's not the reason. But it was an easy decision to make.
I was scrolling through Instagram and Complex came on and they're like, Scooter Braun and Sydney Sweeney make their relationship official. And I was like, all right, cool, man. Like, good for her. Like, Scooter Braun, all I know him to be is just the scumbag record executive producer, because he's the one who stole Taylor Swift's masters. He's the one who fucked over Justin Bieber. Like, Scooter Braun's fucked over everybody.
Yeah, because I was about to ask, like, who the fuck is Scooter Braun?
Yeah, he's a scumbag record executive.
Okay. They deserve each other.
What?
They deserve each other.
Yeah, man. I was just like, damn, like, yo, Scooter, man. Scooter Braun, really? Like, Sydney Sweeney has her pick of the crop.
Is his either way, if Scooter is his real name,
Scooter.
Yeah, if that's his real name,
I think of Scooter. I think of Doug. Hi guys.
Wait, wasn't it Skeeter though?
Oh, okay. I thought it was Scooter in that too.
No, it was Skeeter.
See, I haven't watched Doug in 20 years, dog.
Yeah, like I do remember that. And here's the thing: I think if I went back and watched Doug now as an adult, I wouldn't like it.
Cause that shit's, that shit's triggering, bro.
Right? Like, I don't know if I would watch. I don't know if I would like to.
It was about basically a kid suffering by having unrequited crush. His best friend was cooler than him, and he always had this fucking green motherfucker picking on him.
Yeah.
And his sister was a fucking prick too.
Yeah. Like the 90s were wild.
He had a dog though. The dog was cool. It was cool.
What was the dog's name? I forgot.
Pork Chop.
Pork Chop. Man,
that nigga never acted like a dog. Just always walked on 2 feet like Snoopy.
I'm gonna actually have to go back and watch some Dougs.
Yeah, Doug was good until Disney took it. And then, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's all you had. Shit, Negro, that's all you had to say. Right?
Like, the first thing, I remember they bought the rights right from Nickelodeon. They were like, this shit's ours now. And the first thing they did is Doug's first movie. And we're all like, oh, shit, Doug's getting a movie. Go see that shit in theaters. And we're just like, womp, womp.
Yeah. It's
They made Roger rich for some reason. Cut Patty's hair.
because they gotta make it different. They gotta make it new and hip and edgy, right? Just put the Disney on it.
Yeah, man. But yeah, also I see a lot of people are mad at Shabuzi because Shabuzi was at Stagecoach, which is the Coachella, the country music version of Coachella at the same campgrounds. And I'm like, that's crazy. Y'all could clean that shit so fast to have another festival 2 weeks later. Anyways, Shabuzi was one of the performers, and this bitch got up on stage and hopped right on his chest and started hugging on him like this and hopping up and down. I was just like, yo, every person there was mad.
Was she white?
It was Sydney.
Oh, it was Sydney.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Oh man.
She was there with Scooter. They were at the festival together. And then Shabuzi performed, and that shit happened during the performance, and I'm like, oh wow. A
white woman even talking to a black man at a country music festival. That's dangerous. That's gasoline and a match. But also this thirsty ass fucking bitch.
Yo, you doing that in front of your new boyfriend.
This thirsty ass bitch. Look, I'm sorry Christie wasn't a good movie. I'm sorry Americana wasn't a good movie. I'm sorry that Euphoria season 3 is dog shit. But it's sometimes, Sydney, just maybe work on yourself. Stay out the limelight.
I personally, if I was Scooter, I'd be like, as soon as she got back off stage and came over to me, I'd be like, yeah, I think this relationship's over.
I don't even know if I would not even because she did that. It's because she is so thirsty to be relevant now. Because remember, she was poised to be on some fucking Margot Robbie shit, right? Like she was producing stuff like that. But it didn't pan out because obviously she's no Margot Robbie, right?
Well, it's come out. You know that Kim Novak movie she's doing with David Johnson, and David Johnson's going to be Sammy Davis, and it's going to highlight their relationship.
Yeah.
Kim Novak has come out, and she's just like, yeah, look, it's not the movie I'm against. I'm against Sydney Sweeney because she's too sexual. She was like, I was an actress. I was an actress in the wrong time. I didn't want to be sexual. But I was sexualized because that was the nature of the industry. She's sexualized because she wants herself to be, and she's too I was never as sexual as she was, and I was just like, damn.
I mean, it was a different time, but also, women are always going to be commodity. Like, unfortunately, your sexuality is a commodity. But Sydney Sweeney, look. She's an okay actress, and she's a
New York 7.
I was about to say she's a Jersey 7, right? She's a Jersey 7 with some exceptionally wonderful attributes.
And I guarantee you, if they weren't so big, everybody would not be going as gaga over her as.
Oh yeah. 100%.
We'd all be like, "Oh yeah, she's a fine actress," and we keep it moving. Like we wouldn't. She would not be in the news cycle as much as she would be.
Right. Yeah.
We'd be treating her like Maude, the way we treat Maude. Because to me, no offense, Maude Apatow is the better actress between the two.
What's she been in?
She's in Euphoria too. She's been in other stuff, but she's in Euphoria.
Yeah. Look.
Euphoria, it's all Maude.
Yeah, because I don't know who's in fucking.
Maude's her little sister who was into Fezco.
Oh, okay.
And she that's Judd Apatow's daughter.
Really?
Yeah.
I would not even because
that all came from her mom.
Oh, all right.
Because you know who her mom is, right?
I forget who her mom is.
Leslie Mann.
Leslie Mann, yeah. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Cool, fine. Sydney Sweeney was always the weakest
In the
person
cast.
in the cast.
Yeah.
And you felt like she wasn't acting, she was just being herself. Right? Like the vapid.
It kind of feels like that this season.
Right, that kind of vapid sort of like, yes, your trauma is real, but you're not a real person.
So, yeah, I just wanted to throw that out there for Devil Wears Prada. Like, everybody's in it except for her. Her cameo got cut.
Like, look, Sydney Sweeney needs to just take a year off, 2 years off, do a $100,000 indie.
Yo,
right?
my thing that pisses me off too is somebody I saw on Twitter started shitting on Anne Hathaway because she has 6 movies coming out this year, and he's just like, well, I guess that Interstellar money dried up, and I'm like, bitch, maybe she just likes to work. She's an actress, like,
Maybe her hiatus is over. Maybe there's a whole bunch of... Get the fuck out of here.
Also, 2 of these movies have been done since 2024. Mother Mary has been done since 2024. The House at the End of Oak Street, that was supposed to come out a couple of years ago, and that's a Warner Brothers fault. They're the ones who kept delaying it. Right. And that's not her fault. Also, why wouldn't she want to work with David Lowery? Why wouldn't she want to work with Christopher Nolan again? Why wouldn't she want to do Devil Wears Prada 2 and make a fuck ton of money? Why wouldn't she want to work on a J.J. Abrams produced movie by David Robert Mitchell? You know what I'm saying?
And also, it's her fucking job.
Yeah, man.
Right? Whoever this person is online, was he a critic or just some asshole?
Some asshole.
Right, some asshole's like, that's like me going to his job and looking at him go inside, swipe into whatever building. It's like, oh, fucking, I guess all that money from last week's paycheck dried up, huh?
That's like Tom Cruise putting out Top Gun 3 and just being like, somebody coming up being like, wow, that Mission Impossible money really dried up. It's like, no, nigga, the nigga just likes working.
Right. He's like, the only way to have money is to make money.
And not even that, bro.
Right?
It's not even that. Sometimes you just want to work. You know what I mean? Anne Hathaway does not have to work. Right. She's been in multiple fucking hit movies. It ain't just y'all forget this is the 3rd time she's working with Christopher Nolan. Y'all forget that she was also Catwoman in The Dark Knight Rises. How much did that movie make? $1 billion. Devil Wears Prada, runaway hit. Princess Diaries 1 and 2, huge hits. So much huge hits that Chris Pine and her coming back for Princess Diaries 3. Don't know what to tell y'all niggas.
It's not like, I can't argue with people on the
and it's not
anymore.
like she hasn't even been in iconic movies. Like, people forget she's in Brokeback Mountain. Her CV is so deep that I would look through it and I'd be like, oh, I forgot she's in that. Forgot she was in that.
She has nothing to prove
to anybody.
To any fucking body, right? So get the fuck out of here with this. Guess Interstellar money dried up.
And y'all forget, Interstellar didn't make the money it did back in the day when it first came out. It's only been over the course of the past 10 years where people came around on it and it was just like masterpiece.
And also, I don't think she was pulling in that wasn't a $20 million payday for her.
Hell no.
Right? So, get the fuck...
When Interstellar came out, it first made, I think it was 600 or 700 worldwide, and that was considered a disappointment. You know what I'm saying? Y'all acting like that movie made fucking it was like Avatar, where it made $2 billion.
Yeah, so yes, she wanted to do The Devil's Wears Prada 2. She's in 6 movies this year. good.
If you look at the 6 movies she's in this year too, you'll be like, I completely understand why she's in this shit.
Like, she is in the entertainment industry. Her job is to entertain. If people didn't want the shit she was in, the shit she is in would not get made. Suck a dick, die in hell.
Y'all forget, Devil Wears Prada is iconic. Of course she's going to be in a sequel to an iconic rom-com. One that's highly anticipated. Also, another film she's in this year, who is it? Who's it directed by? Who's directed by? The biggest director on the planet? Like, who's going to say no to working to Christopher Nolan? If Christopher Nolan calls and you pick up the phone, he's like, hey, I want to take a meeting. Everybody's going to say yes. I don't care who the fuck you are.
Yeah. So,
the only person who turned down Nolan is Michael Caine. And this is because Michael Caine's like, I'm old and I can't do it no more.
Right. So yeah, so let's get So get the fuck out of here. Leave Anne. Like stop beating up on Anne Hathaway and start beating up on Sydney Sweeney.
Fucking out of here. Fuck out of here. Just because she's doing 6 fucking movies, man.
Right.
Again, I say 2 of those were on the shelf because the studios clearly didn't know what to do with them. It ain't like they're bad movies. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen The House at the End of Oak Street yet. But
right. That's some of your assholes' favorite movies were made 4 years before you even saw them.
Oh yeah, my bad, man. It's 5 movies, not 4. So Mother Mary, Devil Wears Prada, The Odyssey, The End of Oak Street, and Verity. And Verity, that's a Colleen Hoover movie. It's the first one that's not like some cheesy romance. It's a thriller. Like I still gotta watch the trailer. But like, come on, man. Why are you gonna say no? What did I just say? As women get older, they want to do thrillers, and 9 times out of 10, the thrillers are fire.
Right, but also like money. Right, this is your fucking job, right? Like, at whatever hamburger shack you work at, if someone came up to you and offered you a fucking extra $500 or whatever like that bonus, you're not gonna turn it fucking down. Stop it. Stop shaming women.
Also, this is just her first resurgence in a minute because she hasn't been in anything in a minute.
Yeah. So like
relax. Blame that on the studios, not on her.
Yeah, let's let a player play. Let Anne Hathaway do what she got to do. But so Devil's Wear Prada, it shits all over Sydney Sweeney, and I am here for it. I want to see the deleted scene just so I can laugh at it.
I would not be surprised if that's on the Blu-ray. So, anyways, we're gonna talk about one movie. It's a movie I forgot to talk about yesterday, but it worked out because Jeff saw it last night. I'm gonna talk about HOKUM, a movie I've been looking forward to since I saw this teaser last summer because that teaser freaked me the fuck out. And then, come to find out, this is honestly for me, this is one of the scariest fucking movies I've ever seen. Just because it plays on my greatest fears, which is darkness, shadows, and there's something in the corner that you can't see. And I'm like, nah, there's something there, nigga. Yeah. There's something there. It had me, Jeff, I saw this in the middle of the day last week. And I got home, and I'm looking around my house, and I see all these dark corners. And the first thing I wanted to do is grab my pistol and be like the commandos in Predator and just fire off shots in every dark corner in my house.
So I have a complex sort of emotional response to this movie, right? It is...
Oh, it's dark.
It is supremely effective.
Yeah.
Right? The use of sound, the like you said, the use of shadow, the tension building in like those steady shots, and like it's scary, right? You know it's effective. You know it's well made when you know that as soon as this motherfucker turns off the light or turns around, that thing is going to be there, but it still scares the shit out of you, right? Because half this movie is jump scares that
but they're good.
They're good, but they're telegraphed, right? But even though they're telegraphed, right? Even though I know this is going to happen, it's still frightening, right? My problem with this movie, well, I got two problems with it. It's kind of messy.
How so?
When like the storytelling, right? Like the
not right. Tell me how so? How so?
I did not like the first 20, 30 minutes of
Why?
the film. What? It just felt like two different movies, right?
I highly disagree.
That's fine. That's fine. You can disagree. It just felt like not shoehorned. It just felt that it needed something more to connect that first part of the movie. Right?
I thought it was there, man. Like he was being haunted without even knowing he was being haunted.
Yeah, I mean, trauma, like the whole entire thing was, and you will get to by the end of the movie, he's dealing with his trauma. I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah, because the reveal's fucked up. I was like, dog, this is fucked up on a lot of different levels.
Yeah, I mean, I knew this thing with his mom, right? Like I knew that was going to play out because they kept it real obscure. Right, the way he answered the question, right? It's like, come on, it's probably that. I had a problem with Adam Scott.
Oh,
right?
You don't think he sold being an asshole? Because the thing I like about this movie is normally the choices people make like this, where they're just blatant stupid choices. Here I understood because I was like, this dude's an asshole. He doesn't believe in nothing. He sits on a high and mighty horse, and he just looks down on everybody. So once he was making stupid decisions, because he's like, yeah, there's none of this shit's real. I was like, oh, well, look, you asked for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, and I think it's the way he played asshole, right? There's like unlikable and then intolerable, right?
Oh, you thought he was intolerable?
Yeah. Right? Like what you are a successful writer, right? Not ever like depressing, whatever like that you have. But the way he played asshole seemed parody to me. Right?
Not to me.
I mean,
he just seemed
fine,
like a
fine.
rich fuck because most of these rich fucks are like that.
That's fine. I did not buy into his asshole, right? And also, what really bothered me was that fucking beard. That beard, right? Because he's got
You had beef with his beard.
It forced me to look at his mouth, right? And he's got a small ass mouth, right? So the beard poking, I don't know what it fucking was.
That is some crazy.
That I know.
Crazy. That
is real fucking. It is real fucking crazy. But the beard was not working for me.
Okay, all right.
But it wasn't until he actually gets into the honeymoon suite that's when the movie really connects for me.
I was in it. I was in it even before that. But when he went into the honeymoon suite, I was just like, I was like, oh, look. And the reason he goes in, I was like, it makes sense. It makes sense.
Once he explains
how he gets in there, I was just like, okay, I knew. And when the first suspect, because somebody disappears, y'all, and that's why the whole town's on alert. And the person they were pinning it on, I was just like, this nigga didn't do it.
Right, 100% he didn't do it, right?
You know what I mean? People who trip balls on shrooms and find their inner peace tripping balls on shrooms don't murder people.
Right. Right. All right. So, but, the whole entire witch concept, the missing person concept, it's once we get to the horror movie part of this,
Yo,
the
Witch
shit
is terrifying.
the shit works. It works really fucking well. My only problem was, motherfucker, listen to the whole entire tape before you start.
Oh, yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. That pissed me off. It's like, don't wait until you get into the basement and then listen to the rest of the tape. Right? Like, listen to the entire tape beforehand. But like the tape shit was effective, right?
Bunny fucking freaks me out.
Like the fucking bunny, right? It's when this movie starts hitting, it hits, right? And so every complaint I make,
weird complaint, bro. That's some
Right.
some of that shit is nitpicks, my guy.
yeah, right, because I'm a horror guy, dude. Like, and I'm sick of just bad horror, but this is not bad horror, right? Like, there's a piece missing for me. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna have to think, because I only saw it last night, so I haven't had time to really think about it, right? But this is like more than effective, right? This is, when it hits, it is fucking terrifying. I'm walking around my house looking for chalk, right? Like, a movie.
That's what I like about this movie is the rule. There's
Right.
rules. And
Right.
They
There's
stick to their fucking rules.
They stick to the rules, right? Like, and here's the thing: a horror movie is good when you have to go home. When you go home, and you're trying to remember the rules, right? So you don't get your ass fucked up, right? So
Man.
now I'm gonna have to walk around with a fucking piece of chalk.
Hey, man, at least he was smart. He didn't believe in it, but as soon as he saw that piece, he picked that motherfucker up.
Right.
He's like, you know what? Just in case.
Just in case.
I was
right?
like, at least he's not stupid.
Yeah.
And as soon as the shit popped off, what did he do? He used the chalk.
Right. But I love the callback at the end to the story that the old man was telling. Right? Because like, when those doors opened up and you saw all those fucking eyes, I was like, oh, like my asshole puckered.
I only have a question, and it's a super spoiler, so I'm going to be very vague about it. But when they start excavating the site, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, how are they going to deal with it? Because when you pull all the rubble away, what's going to happen? Is this bitch going to be unleashed into the world?
HOKUM 2.
Or will they just seal it off again? They just pour concrete all over that shit? Because they got to clean the shit up. You know what I mean? You can't just leave it there.
Right. No. I get what you're saying. And
I mean,
like,
it ain't like where we live at, where houses burn down and that shit stays there till somebody buys the land.
yeah. And like, see, this is a question, right, that you ask for a movie that you really like, right? Because now
and it's not even a flaw because the story's done.
The story, but like now I'm thinking
But-
about it. It's like, what's going to happen?
And-
right? Like,
and-
she's no, there's no more honeymoon suite.
And that bitch she could just climb up now.
Nope.
She could just climb up and out.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
She
I
could
don't want to
just
think
climb
about
up
it.
and out.
Don't want to think about it. Fuck Ireland.
It's a good thing my favorite character is No More, because that nigga lived in the woods, and I guarantee you she would be the first to come at him.
Yeah. You can't talk about this movie without talking about the cinematography. It's absolutely gorgeous.
I think everything is amazing. The cinematography, the direction,
Production
even the
design.
score. Yeah, the fucking the honeymoon suite is. It looks like it could be a beautiful place if it wasn't run down. I'm like, this is pretty fucking freaky.
Yeah. And here's the thing.
What was in the hot tub though?
Man, just stagnant water, dude.
Why was it black?
Man, because, like, mold and dust and I don't know which shit. I have no idea. Rust. Because, like, that honeymoon suite was locked up for, like, 40 years.
Yeah, I can't blame them either. I would too, bro.
Yeah. Like, I would have boarded up that door.
Oh yeah.
I would have just put some dry, like, yep. Don't even have to
Or
worry
even,
about shit.
how about this? Because you have to take the elevator up to the honeymoon suite, and then before you even enter in, there's a whole foyer. Should have boarded up the whole bedroom. So once you got up, it was just the foyer, and you couldn't even get in there.
Not even that. Just fucking the elevator only goes up to the honeymoon suite. You don't want anyone going up to the honeymoon suite. Just fucking break the shit up. Break it up. Problem solved. Yeah.
Yeah. Also, my man had various different ways to deal with his problem, and he took the most
the worst way.
Yeah,
the worst way.
Bro, come on, man. Like, people are gonna notice a whole ass person, the only female.
You will
also,
see.
nigga, what was the plan? I'm like, nigga, you had a whole family. Like, what was your plan here?
And it's like nobody. Yeah. He was dumb.
And I believe that because criminals are stupid like that, especially first-time criminals.
Right. Like, his idiocy is part of the character.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like, despite my issues with it, I truly, really did enjoy this movie. It was really, really frightening. And the thing about it is, it feels like the story, when it's all said and done, if Hitchcock were to do a scary movie, right? Like if Hitchcock was alive and he would to do a ghost story, this feels like a Hitchcock ghost story, right? Because you take away the witch and him being trapped in that honeymoon suite and trying to get out is still a fucking good story.
Well, because he's still being haunted. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's still being haunted. So
right. You take away the witch, and he's still like a man dealing with his own trauma.
Again, being haunted, because there is a ghost. I don't want to say who, but there's a ghost attached to this nigga.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
the entity, I should say, has attached itself to him.
Yeah.
So he's going to be haunted. Like, yeah, you're right. The witch could be gone, and he'd still be haunted.
Right. You know, but trauma follows you. But yeah, HOKUM. Anything I have to complain about is not enough for me to not tout this movie's excellence,
Right.
effectiveness.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I got.
I'm gonna say see it, and
definitely see it.
See it in the theater. I wish it was getting a Dolby release. Neon put The Christophers out for one night only in Dolby. Still haven't seen it. Probably won't get a chance to because they botched the release for that. Mm-hmm. That's the problem with Neon, man. They're either really good with it or they're just terrible with it.
Right.
And because Surratt never came around. And I wanted to see that in the theater after watching the screener link, and just never came around because they botched the release on that despite it being nominated for multiple Oscars. Anyways, see HOKUM. I wish this was getting a release in Dolby Cinema because I would love to see this shit in Dolby Cinema. But definitely see it in the theater. Yeah,
it's like see it with people. Because
go on a date. Go on a date and see this shit.
Even in the screening room. Like, you could hear people yelling at the screen, and that never happens, right? This was at Digital Arts, right? So this wasn't like a Gen Pop. This was like people, right? And like these were like critics. Even like you could hear some of them like, "No, don't do it."
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
everybody was quiet during mine, but it was like quiet that you could hear a pin drop, and
Right.
it was full. Like there was like 10 screenings of this, and I went to like the third or fourth one just because all the early ones were on days I couldn't make it. So I went to like the third or fourth one, and even the third or fourth one still fucking crowded.
Yeah, like this one. I think maybe 2 or 3 seats left.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. And this what you went to was the final fucking screening.
Right,
'Cause
like
it
no,
drops Friday.
right, and like I was supposed to go to like one of those first screenings, but like shit kept on getting in the way.
Well,
So,
that's
but
like
I'm
After the Hunt, man. That reminds me of After a Hunt, where they had 20 screenings for that. I got kicked out of every single screening, and I finally got into one. Christian was there, and Christian was like, "This is the only one I could get into too." And even ours, where me and Christian were,
right.
fucking every seat was filled. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, it's crazy to me how many times they got to screen a movie. I'm like, why don't you guys just rent a bigger screening room? Like, I like digital arts, but also digital arts only holds like 20, 30 people.
Right,
And I don't even think 30. I think it's literally like 20.
Like
25.
25 at the most. Like, but here's the thing: digital arts. I like the screening room. I like the fact that like there's no really bad seat in there.
I don't know.
It's
I haven't
just-
sat in the first row, and I wouldn't try it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. But it was hot as shit in there last night.
Oh, I guess they turned off the AC.
Yeah, it was hot as fucking shit.
I'm just gonna take a stab that that's where we're gonna see Masters of the Universe, because that's where the projectionist told me that it's fun.
Yeah, okay.
Because they had 8 different screenings for the Sheep Detectives. That's why it was funny where I went to this. For that one too, I went to the second screening of the Sheep Detectives. It was just me and Joseph there. I'm like, where the fuck is everybody? I was like, we're the only people seeing this shit. By the way, I'm glad everybody agrees with me, because I was looking at the reviews and they're all pretty positive. 98%
Okay.
out of 25 reviews.
Yeah. They just sent me another invite for the Sheep Detective this weekend in Philly. I was like, oh, you're really trying to get me to see this.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So, yeah, that's it, man. That's
Yeah.
all I got.
Yeah.
So, this
Go
is
see it.
episode 202, or is it 201?
202.
Yeah, it's 202. Jeff has some interviews after this, so here they are.
Thanks for spending some time with me.
Okay, perfect. Thanks so much, guys.
All right. I'm going to do my little spiel and we'll get right into it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another special interview segment of the Film Blurs. I'm Jeff Stewart, and I'm joined here today by Joel Kinnaman, the star of arguably one of the best shows on Apple Plus, For All Mankind. Joel, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. No, I agree with you. I think it is.
Yeah, I've been expelling the virtues of this show since it began because I'm a big space nerd, right? And so right now I feel like I'm literally talking to a historical figure, right? Because I feel like I've spent the last 50 years with what's your rank now? I mean,
Admiral.
like Admiral Ed Baldwin.
Yeah.
So we're going to the 5th season, and already it's starting off interestingly. They might as well have just called this, For All Mankind, a murder on Mars.
Yeah.
Right? So what were some of the challenges or things you were looking forward to going into this 5th season?
Well, starting out, even when they pitched the whole sort of 5-season arc in our first meeting and like back in 2018, the whole concept of aging was something that was like I was really excited about, and of course, it's very gradual here because we only jump 10 years every season, and I feel like in season 4 and 5 that's when I really got to like really dig into it. And season five, more than anything there, I got to play like old, and also, maybe the life spent on so many years spent on Mars with Mars gravity is really taking a toll on Ed's body and on his voice.
Mm.
And so that was like the big challenge. And funnily enough, like I found it a lot easier to portray 80 than 60 or 70. Um, because it's just like a bigger shift, an overall shift, and it was a little tricky to figure out like how to play 60 and 70 because it's just the differences are so much more subtle, and some people, aging doesn't really show up for them in their bodies even when they're 70, or they like at least they look and move better and more smoothly than some other guys in their 40s.
Mm.
It all depends on how you take care of yourself and what injuries you've had, and um, so I found it, and I think also, when playing 80, I found myself just sort of staying in it, even in between takes, and I stayed in my voice and in my
Mm.
old man grumpiness and in that tempo. So I wasn't like kind of going in and out. I felt like it was good for the performance. I was pretty happy with it actually.
Yeah, I mean it shows. I don't feel like I'm watching a young actor play an 80-year-old. I feel like I'm watching an 80-year-old, right? Like
Thank
a
you. That's
yeah,
exactly what I want.
yeah. So you talked earlier about, they pitched the 5 season arc and everything like that. How did they approach you? Right? Like how did they like and what was the thing that hooked you? It was like, yes, I want to invest X amount of years into this project.
Yeah. I mean, when they came to me, it was, the big thing was then, so Apple is going to start a streaming thing, because we were
Mm.
the first show, together with a couple others. We were, in the first batch, the first 4 shows that Apple made. So everything was new, and we didn't know what it was going to be and how Apple was going to do it, and so, that was a bit of a gamble, but, of course, like I always believed in Apple as a company. They're just, I feel like they've always found a way and to be innovative and just and it's been really impressive seeing what they're doing. They've had such patience and just, they got some money in the bank, so they don't need to like. I always thought that they were gonna buy a studio. I thought that they were gonna buy Sony or one of these other to get like a bigger library to put on their site, but they ended up not doing that and just like slowly building and now I feel like now Apple is one of the great places to go for a new show. It's like it's really getting up there with their library is still smaller, but their quality is really good.
And that's kind of what I tell people, because it- for all my count is the only reason I started watching Apple TV, right?
Yeah,
And then banger banger after banger, right? Like it feels like old school HBO. It's like just not TV, it's HBO. It feels like it's not just TV, it's
yeah,
Apple TV.
yeah, yeah.
Uh, so, my time is short here. Is there anything you want to leave the audience with, before we go talking about this show? Because I heard you just got renewed for a 6th season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is like what. So I love this show. I love this show in a way that I can't think of any other project that I've been a part of. It's like it's just really like dear to me in a different way. And when I was saying goodbye to this character, I was a wreck. I was so emotional. I was crying my ass out during the whole last week, and I was like saying goodbye to the crew. I was like crying my ass off and doing the death scene. I was like just crying throughout the whole day. I was a total mess. And and what and since I was only in the first 3 episodes, I made it clear like I don't want screeners. I don't want to see anything in advance, and I don't want any scripts sent to me of what's happening in future episodes because I just want to watch this as a fan now. So because I genuinely love this show, so I can't wait to just continue for the first time, like watch the show as a fan where I don't know what's going to happen, and I get to just enjoy it.
Well, thank you for your service, Admiral Ed Baldwin.
Thanks for watching, man.
All right, Joel Kinnaman, thank you very much, man. I'm a big fan of all your work across all the mediums, and this was an absolute pleasure. All right, you enjoy the rest of your day. Yeah, thank you.
You too. Take care, man. Thank you.
We're the Film Blurs. I'm Brandon Norwood, and I'm the motherfucking protagonist.
I'm the protagonist.
I'm Jeff Stewart, a.k.a. He Who Remains.
Don't come at us. It's just fucking movies.
You've been listening to the Film Blurs podcast.
Man, I just love what you guys do, man.
I never miss an episode. It's the best.
It's my favorite podcast.
Follow Jeff on IG on MindFireXL and Brandon on Twitter at BJN Tweets.